And just like that, we are back and standing by DeeAy. It looks like we have fixed Das Robots. Jawohl.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you for holding down the server. And I'm just getting myself set up. Let them know that I will be in there in T-minus 60 seconds. And a big thanks for myself and the Axis Goats. Yeah. Top end server, D. While I do that, I'm going to hand it to you. Give the listeners a rundown of what's going down so far tonight.
Sounds good. We are about to get this game underway. We have got the EuroCup 8 RTCW finals. We've got Kreaturen versus Surrender or Die. Starting out on the defending Axis side, we have got Kreaturen, Doko, Mayhem, Eski, Pro, Sill, and Lunatic. Incoming allies going to try and blow up those two communication towers. We've got Surrender or Die, Red, Vas, Darv, Blaze, Dolt, and Zemme. We've got 3 Wolf TV servers. Check in IRC for the IPs to those if you'd like to watch and listen. We've got Toxic Girl on camera, as well as a couple others that I don't know the names of. And we've also got Rui. He is the admin for this match. So we are just set to go. Just waiting on Warwitch to get his butt in the server, and 3 players are ready up. And MP Base is the map we will be starting on here tonight. 2 rounds of this, then move into MP Ice. And should we need a 3rd tiebreaker map, MP Village is what we are looking at. So this is going to be an exciting matchup. This is the very last return to Castle Wolfenstein EuroCup match ever. Believe that Clanbase is moving to enemy territory after this, so enjoy this while you can.
Well, E.T., a fantastic game, a game that I have installed, a game that I plan to learn amongst the plethora of other games currently on my personal round table. Call of Duty and Counter-Strike. You should see my Counter-Strike tactical folder that I've come up with. It's like 50 pages long of Counter-Strike information that I'm going to study on the plane and at the CPL. Because yes, I have been corrupted by the most diabolical game of all time. Big round of applause, go me. Yeah.
Warwitch.
Now let's hope the All Your Base robot will stay away as we're back in live. It looks like things are good, not being kicked off the server for any PK3 problems tonight. Once again, we'll give you our V-Talk rundown for the Kreaturen roster. Pro, Doko, Mayhem, Eski, Sill, and Lunatic versus
Dynamite Plan.
the MySod Squad, Blaze. You love saying that, MySod Squad. Blaze, Vas, Darby, Zemme, Dolt, and Red. Red 5 standing by. Now, D, is the game live? Are we good to go?
Game is live. We are good to go. 14 minutes remain on the clock. We have got Allied Engineered Dynamite planted at the South Radar Tower 02. That's going to go down in about 20 seconds or so. Now all our forces are being concentrated on the North Radar Tower. We've got Kreaturen, Axis, defense all over the place. Allied team has disabled that South Radar Tower, and now everything switches over to North Radar Tower 01. 13:38 remains on the clock. Kreaturen has an excellent defense set up around that North Radar Tower. No sign of any of the allies. They were cut down in a hail of bullets, and now we're just waiting for them to regroup and get back over here.
Well, let's take a quick rundown here as I'm just kind of shaking off the robot. I was a little bit nervous, but now we're starting to get our game on. We're getting ready for the biggest game of all time here tonight. 13-14, Allied push, incoming now on northeast side. Here comes MySod. Darby and friends into the chokehold leading to the Bridge of Death, but Doko is there. Doko taken down with the pistol of Darby. Darby now with Zemme, 2 medics in control of the bridge. Allied squad, but DeeAy, no engineer. Here come the Axis from Axis spawn down below, rushing towards the spiral to reinforce. Now it's just Zemme and Darby going to try to lock it down with pistols. They've got no ammunition now, looking for an engineer. No engineer in position. They're going to lose control. Here come the Axis. The Axis rushing in. Nice Panzer pass from Mayhem lays it down, and Darby and Zemme are blown away. We had a brief control of the bridge from the MySod team, but they are not able to hold it, and the Axis are back in position at 12:25D.
Good attempt by the 2 medics for the Allied team of MySod, but it wasn't going to happen. Unable to hold it off, didn't have enough ammo, didn't have enough firepower, and as a result, the Axis team, Kreaturen, spawns back in, takes control of that bridge once more. Now we've got an attempt coming up the Tunnel of Doom, top the Bridge of Death. Mayhem was taken out by a pistol. Panzerfaust not able to do any good, but then was revived by a medic and then took out That would be Dolt. So the Allied push is still alive. We still have Red all by his lonesome self with his pistol down here by that tanker truck, but it's not going to happen. Quickly shut down by a couple of medics. We've got Sil the engineer, Eski the medic, making their way up that Axis ramp, heading towards that north radar tower. 01. 11:38 remains on the clock. Another push shut down by the defensive Kreaturen Axis squad. Not going to let those allies come in here at all. That's their radar tower, and no one is going to get their grubby little allied paws all over it. But we'll see how long that plan lasts. Right now, we've got a push coming up that tunnel. Engineer still alive. He's being backed up by his teammates. Takes a machine gun fire, top of the head, but no, not going to happen. Pro is waiting there for him on top of the tunnel, takes him out, and it looks like the engineer has been revived by the medic. 11:07 on the clock. We've got an allied push on the tower now.
Incoming. Let's track Blaze, my son, engineer up the spiral now. Backed up by medics, making his way towards the objective. Inside Panzerfaust from Mayhem. But Blaze is alive. Ambush and in. Green light district leaning over. Pliers are out. And can he do it? 10-4-6. Double dynamite plant. Dolt and Blaze in position. Radar station 01 in danger tonight. The Allies bringing it hard on MP base, but here come the engineers. Sil leaning down. Is he going to get the disarm? Stand by. No, taken down by a grenade. Sil blown away by Red, and Red with the game-saving grenade inside radar station 01 is able to stop the defusement. Sil had the time to disarm both dynamites, but is denied. Now, the tower is down, and ladies and gentlemen, Allies going to win that one here tonight. Big round of applause, and the time is set to 4:45. Jawohl. Wow.
4:45, an amazing time on MP base. Don't forget, you have 15 full minutes to get the objective completed, and 4:45 is a definitely good time. Mayhem and the rest of Kreaturen is going to have their work cut out for them if they want to try and beat that to claim this first point on my side tonight. Taking a look at some statistics for that last round, fairly close game. Kreaturen coming on top, 55% efficiency overall. We had a Lunatic on top for that with 66 for his lonesome self. For the My Side team, though, we have 44% as an efficiency, and Red efficiency 69%. Red definitely getting kudos for that game-saving grenade throw that he pulled just at the last second, stopping the Axis engineer. But good times. 4:45 on the clock.
Standing by and waiting on 5 players here tonight. Just now dialing in. We've got hundreds of you dialed in here to the Team Sportscast Network. Tell your friends. Bring them in. Pound TSN Central on QuakeNet. Our main base station is Pound TSN on GamesNet IRC. And I am Warwitch, your Axis Shoutcaster, with me, DeeAy of Destruction, 6-on-6 Carnage. MySod sets the time at 4:45. Now MySod with the Axis defense have just got to hold off the incoming Kreaturen roster and find out if they can get it done. Boss with a shout out to Quack, right there from the MySod team, standing by for 3 players. And from the Kreaturen Mayhem says, a big shout out to Maha. Crazy European names, DeeAy. Prepare to fight.
Absolutely. As everybody's readied up, countdown begins in 7 seconds. Quickly tell everyone, go www.tsncentral.com. New layout just was uploaded. It looks fantastic, and the game is underway. 4:40 is on the clock. We've got my side streaming out of the Axis shack, making their way towards that north radar tower. And with 4:33 on the clock, looks like Kreaturen's got a lot to do if they need to get in here. Don't forget, 2 towers need to come down. South Tower 02, North Tower 01. 4:23 on the clock. I'm over at the South Tower. I see nobody. All is quiet. Warwitch, do you see what's going on?
Yeah, tracking the Allies now. It's an engineer-driven map. Here comes Sil, incoming, walking his way towards the tower now, making the push. No problems here. Leaning down. Flyers are out, and the dynamite planet on radar station 02. 4 minutes on the clock here tonight, standing by. Let's track the engineer on his progression northeast side, making his way to radar station 01. We've got some Axis down below. Here comes Dolt from my side, throwing some grenades up from that truck way down below on the 02 side. But here come the Allies, now making the push. Engineer Seal making his way towards Axis spawn, going long and going wide, and taking down, it looks like, I can't tell, Thompson fire. Nice Thompson work right there from Sil. They're making the push on the spiral. DeeAy, we got something cooking. Incoming spiral rush now. Axis and Allies going head-to-head, but it is going to get shut down. Nice grenade toss on the spiral right there. But Pro is alive. K Pro, Creatures Pro, Engineer now backed up by a second Engineer Sil. Now backed up by a full man rush. Here they come. Trying to get something done at 311. Revivals being made. Engineer Gambit underway. Charging forward. And it's Zemme. Mysod trying to shut it down. D, it's not looking good. A nice push right there from the Kreaturen roster. But ultimately, the Axis Mysod Axis defense able to hold them off. 2-5-3 remains.
Absolutely nicely played by Dolt. Dolt came up the Axis ramp and took out the remaining Engineer and Medic, basically saving the day for his team, because the Allies, even though they took some casualties, had a good solid foot on that North Radar Tower, and they would have had an excellent opportunity to get in there and get that dynamite planted, but Dolt makes sure that did not happen. 2:33 remains on the clock. South Radar Tower is down. North Radar Tower in peril, but still the Mysod defenses set up around here are looking very, very solid. They've got all bases covered. Right now we've got a soldier and engineer team, but no, they're not going to make it as they're taken out by Blaze and a grenade. That stray grenade did a lot of damage, and right now it looks like the Kreaturen allied offense is a little bit split. They're trying to come in all different ways, but it looks like that Mysod has all the bases covered. 2:02 remains in the clock, enough time for a couple of good pushes, but they're going to have to get something done quickly if they want to make any kind of dent on this defense.
Green light, Engineer inside to get it done, but Voss with the Panzerfaust slaps him upside the head. He was leaning down and booyah, shut down. He's not going to get the plant. He was in. He was at the red zone. He was going for the touchdown, but that Panzerfaust shut him down and denied. 1:36 on the clock now. Axis defense starting to solidify. Voss Mysod with that game-saving play. Quickly approaching 1 minute warning. A rush up the front. Here come the creatures. Kreaturen now at that little fuel truck down below, trying to advance forward through the chokehold, but taking some heavy suppressive fire from the Germans up above. 1:14 on the clock here tonight. Now locking it down. Grenade spam into the spiral tonight. We've got Pro, Engineer, all alone by himself, returning fire with the grenades. Now backed up by his medic. He's down. Eski makes the revival. 1 minute warning is now in effect. Countdown underway. 54 seconds. DeeAy green light. Oh my God, can they do it? Let me hand it back to you. They've got it, D. At 48 seconds, they've got it. Take it home.
Dynamite has been planted with about 30 seconds to spare. Looks like we're going to get a double plant in here. Very, very wise move.
Nice.
Panzerfaust. Oh, and we've got a timeout. Give me an excellent opportunity to do a quick rundown of what just happened. We have a dynamite plant with about 45 seconds to go. A double dynamite plant still gets in there, gets the dynamite plant, so we've got a double nice bright red glow here as two dynamites are now ticking down to destruction. There is 39 seconds on the clock. Timeout because of a lag. Not sure which team, not sure who. I'm too excited, but Prepare to Fight has gone in. Dynamites planted, two of them, double plant for the Kreaturen team. This could spell disaster for Mysod right now. Nice bright red glow, 35 seconds to go, and a lot of carnage happening here as the Axis struggle to come up that ramp and get something done. Pro still alive. He is an engineer for the Kreaturen team. He's got some grenades, throwing those down the spiral. He's now gone back to defend his dynamite with his life. 20 seconds remain, and they do it.
Wow.
Allies beat the clock. Kreaturen takes the first point. 4:26 is the time they set, beating 4:45 by 19 seconds.
Nice.
Very nice work. Kreaturen now up 1-0.
Good game being exchanged. 1-0 for the Kreaturen roster here tonight. Get it done. Beat that time of 4:45, Dean, with that 4:26. Give us a quick vtalk.net rundown of the statistics tonight.
Sounds good. Very evenly matched. A little bit closer than last time, but 51% efficiency for Mysod overall. We had Red coming in 70%. Hero for that team. For the Kreaturen side, 49%. And Mayhem and Lunatic sharing top honors with 58%. Mayhem doing a lot of carnage with that Panzerfaust of his tonight. Definitely helping his team out a lot as he's basically just blowing people away all over the place. Don't forget, he managed to blow away the Engineer as he was getting in there, had the first dynamite plant, but right now, 1-0 in favor of Kreaturen. 4:26 was the time they set.
You know, I'm excited to go check out our new website at www.tsncentral.com. I can't because I'm in game, but apparently it's just been revamped. DeeAy's the first to notice it. It scares
really
you.
Pretty.
Is it? What color scheme do we have now? What's going on there? It was orange and black.
It's very nice. It's blue and silver. Yeah, no, we've gone away from the Halloween color scheme.
Okay.
We're now looking at blue and silver. And the only reason it scared me is because I knew it was happening, but I reloaded the page just to check to see what we're looking at as far as numbers. And all of a sudden there was this bright blue and silver page in front of me, and I thought perhaps I clicked on something that I shouldn't have. But no, it's the new TSN website. Go check that out. Brought to you, I believe, by Juno and Marshall X. I could be wrong, so please don't spank me if I am. But www.tsncentral.com. Waiting on 3 players. We're going to head into round 1 of set 2 of MP Base. Score 1-0 in favor of Kreaturen. They are the underdogs here tonight. There's a 60-40 split for who's going to win this game. SOD coming out on top with a 60% favor. So, underdogs again taking the early lead in this game as we wait on 2 players to get themselves ready. You are tuned in to the Team Sportscast Network. DeeAy, Warwitch, EuroCup 8 RTCW Finals. The very last EuroCup RTCW action you will hear on the Team Sportscast Network. But we'll be back with lots of other good stuff in the near future. So, don't shed any tears just yet.
Yeah, we're going to go down with a bang tonight. Standing by for 3 players. Don't forget as well to check out our sponsors, the likes of www.Clanbank, where you put your money. Clanbank.com for server and hosting needs, as well as artofwarcentral.com. They click ass, trust me, check them out. And finally, vtalk.net, providing the bandwidth for all of you guys in Europe to dial into our Axis broadcast tonight. Now, we're just about 1 player away to prepare to fight. Standing by. We're giving you the roster rundown. Score 1-0 in favor of the Creatures with a nice attack time of 4.26, beating the time at 4:45. Now, momentum in favor of the Creatures. They remain the allies tonight, DeeAy. 2-1. Fight. Game is on MP Base, and DeeAy is going to start things off for us. You vote.
Full 15 minutes on the clock here on MP Base. We've got my side. They are the defending Axis team once more, defending against those incoming Kreaturen team. They are the allies, and it's their job to get both of these communication towers blown up in a blaze of glory. 14:37 on the clock, swinging over to South Radar Tower 02. As here come the allies. We had Axis try and take the fight to the allied hallway, but not going to happen. Was quickly taken out, and we've got green light at South Radar Tower 02. We've got bent over, dynamite planted, and now a nice bright red light on that south tower. 14:16 on the clock. Still plenty of time to get stuff done, so Warwitch, take it away.
Standing by now, just taking a breath and gearing up for what is going to be a long rant of action and excitement here tonight. Radar Station 02 going to be going down here in just a moment. Now in northeast side, very quiet here. Leaving Radar Station 02 behind, let's take a look at the Axis defense set up here tonight by my side here in that bunker, northeast side. Red, medic, all alone, heading down below, going long. Oh, here come the incoming push of the Creatures, going long towards Axis spawn, making their way around to that MG42 courtyard down below. Now, spotlight on Lunatic, advancing forward medic. Machine gun fire flanked from the right-hand side, now making his way towards the spiral. Now advancing up the spiral, Lunatic in position, still alive, up and up he goes, out of ammo. Diving back down, avoiding grenades being tossed from above from the Axis defense in position. Lunatic still alive, bounding forward, waiting now at 13:17. Machine gun fire from Zemme, my side, shuts him down. Medic on medic action here tonight. Bridge of Death is secure. We've got Darby, my side, medic up on the bridge. And we have got over here on that northeast side of Blaze, a Leutman for the German Wehrmacht here tonight. Standing by, little grenade toss right there. It takes down, Mayhem's grenade takes down a Voss of the Mysod Roger. Little push up the front as Lunatic blown away and blasted by Voss, playing Soldat here tonight with the Panzerfaust. 12:49 The Creatures with that momentum, trying to set a time as fast as they can. And can they beat the time previously at 4:26? Well, it remains to be seen. DeeAy.
Stranger things have happened here on MP Base. 12:33 remains on the clock. All is fairly quiet over at North Radar Tower 01. The Axis defense set up by the MySod squad, as Warwitch likes to say, is fairly strong. Had a couple of close attempts. Had allied medics swarming on the bridge, but no, in the end, the Axis came through and took them out quite handily, giving the MySod team control of the bridge once more. Still plenty of time left on this clock, though. All is quiet, trying to find those pesky little allies, not seeing them, and heading back towards South Radar Tower, where they're deciding to come in this way. We've got a stream of allied Kreaturen team coming through the hallway, through the chokehold, trying to get a drop on this Axis team, but oh my god! Holy crap!
Panzerfaust! That's getting it done! 1 goes down, 2 goes down, 3 goes down, 4 goes down! Fatality! Man! Bass takes down Pro, Lunatic, Doko, and Eski tonight. 4-man! Glorious Panzerfaust kills DeeAy. You've gotta
glorious.
Love it. Wow. Gotta love it.
Absolutely. And just to add insult to injury, Vass then takes out the Kreaturen Panzerman Mayhem with his pistol, gets a 5-man kill in the span of about a second. So my hat, should I have been wearing one, definitely off to Vass for that play. Fantastic Panzerfaust work. You've got the Shoutcasters all excited here tonight, even more than we already were. We're practically dancing in our chairs. 11:03 on the clock, and how do you finish that up? Man, what do you follow that with?
it blew my pants clean off. It was just like bam! My pants flew across the room. It was awesome. Nice. Voss continues the decimation and the carnage with the Panzer. Ticking down now. Doko and Lunatic. Once again, the Panzerfaust, Grenadier, and RTCW can often be the X factor, the equation that you've got to erase in order to get something done. It really seems like MySod has locked down their defense this time around. The creature's former strat that yielded them a game point of 1-0 does not appear to be working this time, DeeAy.
Absolutely not, and have changed things up just a little, and MySod now knows the score. They know what Kreaturen's going to try, and they're ready for it this time round. 10-10 remains on the clock, so it's not going to be a quick, fast action like it was in the first round. Time has already gone by that they could have beat their initial plant on, but right now we do have an allied push. Kreaturen making their way up that tunnel of death. We've got Pro the Engineer taking some fire from behind, and No is quickly taken out, and by a pistol that was taken out by still medics in there trying to get some work done, managing to revive a couple of the teammates. So we've got Kreaturen still alive, still in the game right now, up the Axis spiral, and Engineer taken out in the doorway, but no medic in there just in time to revive him. We have a green light on the North Radar Tower. 01 Pro is bent over, and the dynamite has been planted. 9:30, he survived 3 or 4 deaths, was quickly revived by his medics, doing a great job here tonight, keeping track of their Engineer. And Panzerfaust from Sod takes out the Engineer and the medic who's backing him up, and now the path is clear for an Axis Engineer to get in here and maybe cause some problems. And here comes Dolt. Dolt is bent over, pliers are out. 9:08 on the clock, and he's taken out with a pistol. Doko does it, saves the day, takes out the Axis Engineer. And there it goes in 6 minutes exactly. Clock has been set to 6 minutes. Kreaturen sets a great time. Couple of very close calls, but in the end they get the job done. There's now 6 minutes from MySod to try and beat to tie this game up.
Not the fastest time that we have seen from the Kreaturen roster, but 6 minutes are on the clock here tonight. Keep in mind, MySod in round 1, set 1 with a 4:45. Theoretically, they can beat this time and tie this game up on empty face tonight. If not, if they can't beat that time of 6 minutes, then it's going to be a 2-0 game as we head to MP Ice. DeeAy, 4:45, previous time from MySod. Kreaturen slowing down. They had beat that time of 4:45 with a 4:26. Slowed down with a 6 minute, but that's still a decent time with a 15-minute stopwatch clock. And, as players are gearing up, very quick rundown, if we can, of the VTalk.net high fragger of the game.
Oh yes, that's the mute button. Taking a look at what just happened. Definitely, clearly outplayed. MySod 63% efficiency overall as a team, blowing everyone away. Had Darv with 85% efficiency for himself. Only 36 for Kreaturen, but you know what? It's not the efficiency, it's how fast you can get things done. They did it in 6 minutes, like Warwitch said. Not the best time we've seen, but definitely good enough to cause MySod to have to maybe hustle just a little to try and beat that time. They are capable of doing it. 4:45 was the time they set in round 1, set 1. Everyone's readied up. 6 minutes on the clock. Warwitch, take it away.
All right, countdown now underway. 5:55 on the clock here tonight. Your Axis defense, the Kreaturen roster, are now locking it down. We're going to focus on these guys here and find out where they are deployed. Now setting up in position around radar station 01 on the bridge. Incoming push up the front. It looks like MySod ain't going for 02. They're going for 01, but they're eating Panzer and they're eating Grenade by the field truck, and they are going down. Good game. Nice, MySod just trying to throw him off a little bit here tonight, going for the X-Factor gambit, but it's not going to pay off. Normally, Radar Station 02 is the main objective, but MySod says, we're going to take it at Radar Station 01. It's Radar Station 02 is also struck, so it looks like it was a 5-1 split, sending a 5-man squad up the front, engineer to Radar Station 01, hoping to capture both at the same time. A wise gambit didn't quite pay off, but they've got a foothold on 01 right now. 2 members of MySod incoming field truck, a soldat or a soldier for the Allied Army, and a medic, but the medic goes down. The soldier is also down, but here comes Zemme to make the revival. Zemme reviving red. MySod now. Oh, a nice bounce from a grenade on the respawn right there. Allies take down that south tower, and we've got a push on the spiral. MySod looking good at 442, charging forward. The Axis are getting railroaded, D. It's not looking good. Can Kreaturen hold off tonight? D, I don't know.
Not looking good for them at all, but right now, taking a look at the Allied push on that North Radar Tower 02, I am not seeing an engineer. We've got soldiers, medics, and even a lieutenant or two, but no sign of any engineers, and the engineer is the one who needs to get things done. So taking a look at what's going on, carnage, pistol fire, machine gun fire, all over the place. Kreaturen still hanging in there, though, as Lunatic making some revivals and is now taking on... Oh, that was Dolt, but Dolt quickly taken out, so it's not going to happen. A almost successful push, but did not quite happen for the MySod team. Lunatic still alive. He is on top of the bridge of death, but he seems to be having some trouble. Only has that pistol quickly taken out by Vass and his Panzerfaust, and we have another Allied push coming up the tunnel. No sign of any engineer as I hear a Panzer firing up. Mayhem gets a couple of nice kills. Dolt making his way up the ramp. He is a lieutenant, though, and is quickly taken out by a dropped grenade. Nice play by Mayhem, indeed. 3:33 remains on the clock. MySod had a couple of good attempts, but so far no sign of their engineer. And without the engineer, your team is nothing. I'm very fond of that. I was saying that, but in this case particularly, it is true. You need the engineer. And right now, all is quiet. North Radar Tower 01 is quiet and safe once more as Kreaturen basically gets themselves under control and sets up their defense to take on MySod one more time.
Yeah, as D says, all quiet here on the northern front as Radar Station 01 just hanging out, having a good time. Kreaturen, Eski, Axis defense, bridge of death, medic, looking down. He's got some med packs in front of him. Little long-distance machine gun fire over on the hot tin roof left-hand side. The Soldat, Mayhem, Panzerfaust, Grenadier, also able to get a lockdown northeast side to ambush. Here come some allies up that side. Radar Station 02 now engaging, charging forward. Engineers and medics into the chokehold. Now the bridge running over the allies, or running over the Axis here tonight. Charging forward, Zemme in charge. And now looking for an engineer. Here he comes, Blaze, bounding forward in the red zone and inside. Now backed up and takes a grenade up the short. But here comes Zemme. Zemme, nice revival. Zemme sacrifices himself, dynamite down. Blaze forced to fight. Blaze in trouble. Blaze can't pull out the pliers, fighting for his life inside now, leaning over, leaning down. 204, nice Blaze, nice. Man, it looks like we might have a double dynamite plant here tonight at 159. MySod responds with a double plant now, dropping grenades towards that spiral entrance on the upper tier here tonight. Engineers trying to get something done, but MySod is large and in charge. Allied offense here tonight. Bodies flying everywhere. It is mass hysteria. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to have a tied ball game heading in to MP Ice tonight. Nice play. Jesus Christ, what a game. And Yavol, the Allies beat the clock tonight. DeeAy, what a game indeed. 6 minutes. I'm out of breath. I can't speak. I'm out of breath.
Taking over from here, 4:27 is the time that my squad set, definitely beating the Kreaturen time of 6 minutes. This game is now tied. We are at 1 apiece. heading into MP Ice. MP Ice is the choice of the Kreaturen team, so this is going to be very, very interesting indeed. So 1-1 heading into 2 rounds of MP Ice. And basically the first team who takes the point is going to have a lot of pressure on them. Both of them are actually, because, you know, at the end of this, we could be, no. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm like flustered. This has been such an exciting game so far. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen on MP Ice. This is the EuroCup 8 RTCW Finals. And it's been one hell of a game so far, Warwitch.
Yeah, L Finals, the big one. The biggest game of all time is happening right here, right now. 1-1 is the score. And it's now time for a little MP Ice lovin'. No longer are we enclosed in an engineer-driven map. It is now all about the medic grabbing the documents and making the run home. Your engineers are needed for that service door inside, as well as the secondary objective, taking down that fortress wall. Axis on the offense. That's also another little difference here tonight with MP Ice. And it is going to be an exciting game. You're going to see a lot of aggression, a lot of action inside the flag room, inside of those shipping and service hallways, where the Allies and the Axis go head-to-head for control. Now, who's going to dominate here remains to be seen. We've left MP Base behind with a 1-1 tied ball game. And now we head to MP Ice DeeAy, a map that we know and love.
We do indeed, document-driven, a lot of running. Have a couple of explosions. We have the fortress wall that can be blown and the shipping door. A lot of fights usually happen in the forward deployment flag room. The Allies try and take that back from the Axis as often as possible. Right now on this map, we are going to start off with MySod as the defending Allied team. They are going to try and keep the incoming Axis Kreaturen squad out of their hair, out of their knickers, and just basically hold them off from the document tower. Documents sitting up here in that kind of decrepit little tower here. Documents then will be grabbed and taken all the way back across the map, past the Axis spawn points, and into the communication tower of Happy Fun Times, where the Axis will hopefully get those documents home in a nice and rapid time. 10 minutes on this map. You definitely want to get something done as quickly as humanly possible to try and basically cause a lot of problems for that other squads. This is going to be a very exciting map. Kreaturen's map choice, and I can't wait.
Give you the clanbank.com tactical rundown of the rosters here on MP Ice. Axis offense, Doko, Ara, Eski, Pro, Sil, and Lunatic right there, versus the Allied defense of MySod, Red, Boss, Darby, Blaze, Dolt, and Zemme tonight. Shout out to the triple Wolf TV's in server, as well as CB Rui, who is your clan base admin this evening. DeeAy is with me. I'm Warwitch, Panzer Kitten, and Axis Goat. Standing by Dion, 7 players, just kicking back and relaxing. I really want to see our new website. Can't tab out, game will crash, must not do it. Oh, can't sleep, clown will eat me. Yeah.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. My little Simpsons joke right there. The goggles, they do nothing. Yeah. That's also Simpsons.
We do have a swap, it looks like. We've got Ara in for Mayhem on the Kreaturen squad. I've seen Ara play before. It does a lot of damage. So a little bit of a roster change here. All of the MySod squad remains the same, but we have a swap in for the Axis Kreaturen team here tonight. Ara taking the place of Mayhem. And there's going to be carnage. There's going to be a lot of carnage on this map here tonight. Still waiting on 4 players to get this underway. We've got 2 full rounds of MP Ice underway ahead of us here. And at the end of those 2 rounds, should we be looking at a tied ball game, we move on to everyone's favorite, especially Warwitch's, MP Village. So, exciting game. That was the least enthusiastic yay I have ever heard.
Yeah.
Hooray. Yeah. Great. Woo.
MP Village. Yes, the excitement
I was just telling TSN's bite.
Huh?
Oh. I was just telling them that I'm very, very glad this is actually an afternoon game for us. I know it is about 10 p.m., 11 p.m. over there in Europeland, but for us, it's early in the afternoon. It's actually not even 2 o'clock yet for me, and that's a good thing because I'm yelling. That last play on MP Base I was yelling, and I'm very, very glad that, my neighbors aren't going to get angry at me.
Yeah, still waiting on one player here tonight. MP Ice. Just joining us, hey, what's up? Here's the storyline. MP Base, my side, 445. Say, yeah, we can set a good time. Kreaturen rosters, you know what? That ain't nothing. I'm gonna do it at 4-2-6. 1-0. Then Kreaturen. Round 2, set 1. 6 minutes. But my side will respond with a 4:27. Just about the same time. Fight 6. 1-0. Then Kreaturen. Round 2, set 1. 6 minutes. But my side will respond with a 4:27. Just about the same time as the 4-2-6 from the Creatures, the previous round here tonight. These teams going head-to-head, D. It's MP Ice here tonight. And we're calling for a map restart. But benign and negative, and I don't know, is it game on, vote pass, map is going to be restarting, waiting on 6, 5, 4, 2, 1 players. And MP Ice, good times. Once again, your Axis offense, the Kreaturen roster. Coming off of round 2, set 2, a loss of a point to my side, have lost the momentum, but now have a chance to regain versus the Allied defense. Still waiting on 3 players. It looked like we had a game start, but alas, negative, Commander.
Did not happen. Not sure what's going on over there in Wacky Land, but still waiting on one player. Raymond's game is going to begin any second now. We promise. Things remain the same. Defending Allied squad is going to be my side. Surrender or die. Incoming Axis Kreaturen. They're going to try and grab those documents, and everyone is ready, prepared to fight. Game will be underway in about 7 seconds. Clanbase EuroCup 8 Finals, brought to you by the Team Sportscast Network, Warwitch DeeAy, and here we go.
Game on, 9-5-7. Let's move down across the hillocks. We're going to ski down the hillocks, past that old Allied storage, and into the shipping hall. It's off to the flag area now. Following my side in control, waiting for the Axis. Now into the north and south connection. Here come the Axis now, charging forward, lunatic in position, machine gun fire. Little grenade spam, carnage. Dynamite planted service store. Very nice push, very quick. Engineer right here for the Kreaturen roster. Let's head up to that service store, take a look there. Engineer was Ara. Ara gets it done. 9-2-3. That 30-second countdown underway. Axis now, Pro and friends. Slowly working their way like a corkscrew into the heart of the flag room. Charging forward now. Nice grenade toss right there. Allies and Axis meet head-to-head. Here's where the carnage begins at 9:07. The door is open, and the shipping halls have been taken by the Axis, then regained by the Allied squad of my side tonight, D858. A stalled push from Axis tonight. Back to you.
Service door has been breached. Flag is now in possession of the Axis team. Allies have taken that back, but now deciding to fall back to that document tower and hold off the Kreaturen team as they come in. 8:40 remains on the clock, and we've got a push now on the service door. Grenades flying through that door, though, causing some problems as there was an Allied ambush. We've got Blaze and Dolt, but no, deciding they've done some damage. They're going to kill themselves and head back to that document tower, try and save the day for the rest of their Allied friends back home. 8:21 on the clock. Taking a look at the document tower. Documents are still safe, and actually all is very quiet here. Defense has not yet fallen back to the document tower as I thought. It's very quiet up here. A lot of the carnage happening inside the shipping halls, though, as the Allies are taking the fight to the Kreaturen squad, making sure nothing happens. Vaz had that Panzerfaust out and ready. We've got a whole team waiting, looking down the shipping halls to see if anyone's going to come, but all is quiet. Not for long, though, as here comes the Kreaturen squad through that door, trying to get something done, walking right into an Allied ambush. Carnage now amongst the boxes in the basement. Who will come out on top? Bodies flying all over the place. We have Lunatic still alive, but not for long. Panzerfaust blows him away into nothingness. 7:35 on the clock. Allies definitely looking good. They came out on top in that little scuffle. 7:29. Documents are still safe.
And moving back down into the lower hallways where we've got to push up through the service door. As the Axis now advancing forward. Now trying to get something done. Dynamite plant fortress wall. Now Lunatic and friends engaging. And El Panzerfaust right there, little Allies. With mass hysteria, grenades and Panzerfaust in the chokehold here tonight. Allies still firmly in control of the courtyard and those service and shipping hallways here tonight. 7:04. Allies now mostly down below, locking it down against the incoming push of the Kreaturen roster. Now a little reinforcement being made. Looks like a 4 to 5 man push up through the doorway, down below, charging forward, moving and advancing. Ara with a nice revival. Ara reviving Doko. Doko's Soldat. Axis Army here tonight. Whipped out the pistol. Nice MP40 kills going on right there as Sil, Pro, R, and Pro once again take down Mysod, Dolt, Blaze, Darby, and Red, all with MP40 action. 634, now making the gambit on the tower. Getting something done, and we got a grab out of nowhere. It is Sil. He's an engineer, and he's going to hop down over the fortress wall, bounce his way, and shot down by the MP40 of Dolt of the Mysod squad. Picked up again briefly, now down in the field, only to be returned by Darby, who gets it done. A little grab from the engineer, but another grab now. Another attempt, another gambit. Who's got a DA? I've lost track of the cabin.
It's not going to get very far as documents were basically dropped in mid-air as the Axe guy took a tumble down to that second level. Documents were quickly returned by the Allied squad. We do have another timeout. We've got Eski in the Kreaturen squad. He's got 999 pings, so definitely good reason to have a timeout. And just waiting for basically that to settle down. Score is 1-1. Teams are tied. This is the first round in MP Ice, and good times.
Teams attention running a little bit high. Currently, Eski is currently at the 999, the Uber admin, or rather the Uber ping of nearly 1,000. Waiting for him to come on down here tonight. It's 6 minutes on the clock. 1-1 is the score. Several touches of the docks so far by the Kreaturen roster have not got them off that 10-yard line, so they've got a long ways to go to bring it home. They got it past the fortress wall, but easily shut down right there. Nice MP40 work from Dolt, and Darby were able to secure the documents. Still standing by in that timed out situation. Going to be waiting for his return. A 6-on-5 now as the game is still currently in pause. DeeAy standing by. I'd cut to a sounder, but I can't.
That's okay. Eskimo just left the server actually, so hopefully he'll be back shortly. Needs to get himself back under control. He basically just flooded off the server, so that's never good to do. Very frustrating, especially in a championship matchup like this. So we're just waiting for him to get back in here, and hopefully, you know, they can keep the momentum that they had going already. Had a couple of nice attempts on the documents, but in the end, still shut down by the Mysod squad. So 6 minutes remain on the clock as we just wait for that last member to get his butt in here. Very exciting game. This is the last RTCW EuroCup that will be brought to you by the Clanbase team. So, you know, this is a historic game. And a couple of shoutouts I want to take care of. Give another shoutout to Darnath, because apparently he missed the first shoutout that I gave him. So, you know, I'll use this opportunity to give him a shout out. So hi to him, and thanks for the stuff that you got me last night. That was very cool. Also, Vass wants a shout out to Shake's Anti-Knob Admiral. I don't quite know what that is. And Zemme has a shout out to his man Fatality.
Oh yeah.
I don't quite know what kind of relationship they have there,
Fatality.
but I don't ask. I just really don't ask.
Fatality.
Ara wants a shout out to Unkind.
Mm.
Yeah, his tiger, his stuffed tiger.
Uh-huh. If I ever have a stuffed tiger, kick my ass, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a moose, but I'm a girl, so I'm allowed.
You can have a stuffed moose. I've got a goat. So.
Is it a stuffed goat? Should I just not have gone there?
He's an imaginary, secret, special goat, and it's game on.
Right.
No, it's not.
Good time for us to go away from this conversation.
Yep.
And no, that was just actually the timeout counting itself down, and we're still waiting. Eskimo is now back in the server, and ping looks to be said nice and normal. So here we are. Match is going underway. 6 minutes on the clock, 1-1. Documents still in possession of the Allied team. They are nice and safe. Match is about to begin now. So, Warwitch, take it away.
All right, let's take a look here tonight. Allied defense in position down below. Little machine gun fire happening down here in those hallways. Let's head on down. As the Kreaturen roster moving forward, trying to get it done, locking it down. Panzerfaust again. Voss getting it done. Voss the Stampede making it happen at 5-3-7. Allied defense just kind of hopping around there down in the hallways. Let's take a look here at the tower. It having really not fallen back to the tower yet. There is no one in position. The Allies more concerned about taking the fight to the Axis Kreaturen roster. And again, interdicting them there at that service doorway. Trying to get it done. MP40 and pistol fire. Chasing the Axis around the crates and barrels and shutting them down. 506 Kreaturen roster, trying to set the fastest time possible. Now the entire MySod squad committing suicide to come back for the fresh respawn here tonight. D. Oh, yeah.
4:53 remains on the clock. Allies are still looking good. They're sitting pretty. They've got control of this map as Kreaturen struggling a little bit to get a good foothold on the outside of the shipping halls. Seem to be mostly sequestered in here, and they're trying to change that. They don't like that so much. Flag is in their possession, making things just a little bit easier. 4:34 on the clock. Lots of carnage happening outside as Kreaturen is easily cut down by the MySod squad. Oh, I'm going to trip over that every single time I say it. Machine guns of the MySod roster. 4:20 on the clock. Documents are still safe. Plenty of time to get in here, a couple of good, a lot of opportunity for them to come in and get a good solid push, but as of right now, the document tower is quiet, save for one person. We've got a sneaky lieutenant on top of the document tower, basically biding his time. He is waiting for the right winds, waiting for the planets to be aligned. Not quite sure what he's waiting for, but still all by his lonesome self. Kreaturen lieutenant on top of the document tower, making a run for it. Panzerfaust from VIII doing damage. 3-man kill, the second at least of the game so far. Still now creeping outside of the document tower. He's a lieutenant. Allies reclaim the shipping halls. It's going to hurt his squad, especially since he has no backup. He is hiding, though. I don't think anyone knows he's out here. So with 3:28 on the clock, the Kreaturen squad has a secret rogue agent on top of the dock tower just waiting for his opportunity. They just need to get rid of VIII as one more time. 3-man Panzer kill, SD Pro, Ara. The same 3 guys, but we've got to grab as Still makes a run for it. 3:11 on the clock. Warwitch, take it away.
Out of nowhere, Still, the secret agent, grabbing the documents here tonight. 3:04. Let's track him down. Don't really want to move to first-person perspective. Don't like it. Don't want to do it.
I got a lock on him.
Where's he
all
at?
Good. Still is actually hiding right now. He's decided to wait for his teammates. Documents in possession of the Axis team, and almost ambush. Darv found the documents, but no, Still was on top of it. Still takes him out, but then walks down the ladder into another Allied ambush, manages to keep himself alive, still by himself. Documents are in possession of an Axis lieutenant now. He's going through the hallway. Still no backup in sight. 2:28 on the clock. Still now outside, rounded by the tanker at the half track, and now on his way. 2:20, no backup. Hoping there's not an Allied ambush inside that tower, but here's the rest of his teammates. All they need to do is take him home. Goes inside, and they do it. 7:47 on the clock. Not the best time we've seen on MP Ice, but good enough to get a foothold. 7:47 is the time MySod needs to beat.
Well, he was so sneaky in sequestering the documents. Does that work? That's a good word, Dean. Good job. The Panzer Kit tell you that? Pulling out the dictionary tonight. Pulling out the Panzerfaust of dictionary words. Sequestered. So, grab the documents in a very tempestuous grab and a nice gallant run home. Yeah. Anyway. Nice time, said 7:47 on the clock tonight from the Kreaturen roster. The MySod team is going to have a chance to respawn, but before we talk about that, DeeAy and the Panzer Kitten are going to bring you the VTalk.net statistics of the game so far.
And with no surprise, MySod is stomping all over Kreaturen in terms of efficiency. Hero for that team is got to be efficiency coming in 81%. VIII and his absolutely insane Panzer kills. He got at least 3 or 4 3-man Panzer kills. Usually the same 3 guys on the Kreaturen roster, Pro, Eski, and Ara, all went down to the hand of VIII a number of times. 81% efficiency for him, 63 overall from my side, only 35 for Kreaturen, and we had a low efficiencies for those guys. Lunatic, 46% was the top for his team, but still 747 is the time they grab those documents in. Good enough to get themselves on the board. You do not want to have a null round. And we're underway, 7:42 on the clock. Warwitch, take it away.
Alright, here's the deal. Now, Kreaturen roster making their way into the shipping and service halls tonight, advancing forward flag room. Gotta lock it down. Oh, nice, my son, grenade from Dolt and Friends. Little spammage, ownage of the Kreaturen roster. Dynamite plant service doorway brought to you by the engineer. A nice, looks like a 3 or 4 man engineer push. They just want to get it done. They want to take that door down. They want to capture that flag, and then they're going to commit suicide and come for the fresh respawn. Advancing outwards, advancing forwards into the latter part of the hallways. They've got control. My sod incoming now. Just going to try to break that time of 7:47. My sod now with the suicide. Now going to be coming back as the fresh classes to make the attack, and the assault engineer in position gets it done. Fortress wall. Very nice initial push. Now with the gambit and support fire out of nowhere. It is Eski taking down Dolt, Boss, and Darby. My sod gonna think twice before going around the front of that fortress again. They ate just a mass of incoming airstrikes. Fire for effect. Man, game on. Deep. Uh-oh. No hear me on the ventrilo. Oh. Roger that. Uh-oh. Solo shoutcast here tonight, very potentially. DeeAy is going to be checking with Ventrilo on her end to join up here in just a moment. I might have to hop out. And DeeAy, are you back?
I am back. Not sure what happened there. Everything went silent. It was kind of like taking an icy cold bath of death, but I seem to be back. 5:49 on the clock. Yeah, I like the analogies. We're pulling out all the stops here tonight. Big words, weird analogies.
I was screaming, and if you couldn't hear me, I mean, people in freaking France heard me. I was screaming so loud. Dynamite plant fortress wall. Apparently, it must have been disarmed. Because we've got a grab. Oh, I don't know it. Who's got the grab? Let's take a look now. Incoming push. Boss, my side. He's not content. Panzering. He now wants to grab the documents, but the Allies make the return. He walks into a little ambush, gets gang raped down in the field, and the documents are now returned with another timeout. Boom. A timeout of 5:18. Eski again.
Take a look at what happened. Oh no, Eski and his poor connect is just having major issues here tonight. 999 one more time. And complaining about his connection, not sure what his ISP is, but having definite issues here tonight. Looks like it's settled down though. His connect is back enough for him to complain about it anyways, so looks like he's good to go, and we're going to head back into the game in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, Eski, they may want to actually pull someone off the bench to replace him if he's going to continue to have ping problems here tonight. The Kreaturen roster very likely discussing this in their war room. What is the best option? Should they replace him? I mean, we don't see any team chat of that, but you know they're discussing that here tonight. Maybe they've got someone else to pull in. Eski, is your connect stable? Can you stay in game? You've got to be reliable on the battlefield. You've got to do it. And wouldn't it be funny if there was lag in professional sports? Like in hockey or something like that. The goalie just falls over lagged and the whole game has to stop.
Fight. The guy at center is just running in place.
Yes.
Like he's jogging. Yeah, all sorts of weirdness. 5:13 on the clock. We've got support fire all over the place. And we got another grab on those documents, but it's not going to... Oh no, it's still in possession of the MySod team. We've got Darv the medic, has them taking fire from behind, and still with a machine gun takes him out, returns those documents easily. 4:55, couple of nice grabs by the MySod team, but did not get very far with those. They've tried 3 different escape routes here tonight, and so far none of them have worked. They're about running out of options. Still have a lot of time though to make something happen. 4:42 on the clock. Allied defense now falling back to the document tower as Doko and Ara and someone else who keeps running around still now in control of the document tower, making sure none of the axes get through. Good 3-man defensive squad up there. 4:23 on the clock. Kreaturen getting them regrouping, coming back in, going to make another attempt on those docks as they come through the shipping halls. Here they go. We're going to try this one more time.
Yeah, it looks like the Kreaturen allied defense here tonight on MP Ice gonna be forced to fall back to the traditional fortress defense here tonight. They've been aggressive down below, but now their defense has been weakened, has been slaughtered, now falling back to the traditional D. Here comes Zemme now. Zemme up and inside that little bell tower, that second tower here tonight, now being reinforced by his squad. We're going to have a push. Incoming now. Here comes the Axis, bounding forward across the upper tier. Overwhelming Doko. Zemme with the grab. He's got it now. Allied documents in the possession of the German Wehrmacht tonight. Zemme hops on down, takes it down through what DeeAy likes to call the blowhole. Down below into the service and shipping hallways, around in the corner into the door. Now down and around into that north connection. Bounding forward, making his way towards the half-track, not yet outside. Getting it done now, 40-yard line, charging home, entering the red zone. Now Darby no Zemme with the grab, coming home, 30-yard line, now 20-yard line, half-track behind him. Coming forward now, 3:07 on the clock. Can he do it? Is there an ambush? Charging forward, moves ahead in front of his squad, bounding forward, gets the all clear and gets it done. The Axis beat the time, and Zemme of the MySod squad are able to get it done, and that is beating the time of 7:47 DeeAy. Another point then right there for the MySod squad. Goes up 2-1 tonight. Wow.
2-1, a lot on the line in this next matchup. Kreaturen, this MP Ice was Kreaturen's map pick, and so far they are being outplayed by the MySod squad. Looked like they had a little bit of trouble, but no, in the end, easily came in there, beat the time by quite a lot, by 3 whole minutes actually. 4:47, original was 7:47, so 2-1 in favor of the MySod team. Surrender or die. A little bit closer in terms of efficiencies here. 53% for MySod versus 46% for the Kreaturen team. They're being outplayed on their very own map, and that has got to be cause for concern heading now into the last round, the last full round on MP Ice. Score 2-1. If MySod can take this round, then it's going to be game over for Kreaturen and for the EuroCup RTCW. So, you know, a lot is going to happen in the next 20 or so minutes here. It's going to be really exciting.
There's a lot on the line for our listeners now dialed in. This is, keep in mind, perhaps the end of an era for the Wolf, but not the end of TSN. Keep it locked. Get our homepage, a brand new homepage, www.tsncentral.com. Keep it on your favorites list. Keep it on a lockdown. Keep it, make it happen. Lots of games coming up. Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, and more. Tons of games brought to you by the Team Sportscast Network. Myself, DeeAy, and the numerous other shoutcasters out there. We got the countdown now underway. Score 2-1 in favor of MySod. Momentum in their favor because now they continue the Axis push. And DeeAy, they get to set the time this time. 9:58 is on the clock here tonight. Can the Kreaturen roster change it up? Well, it's their map choice. They better pull out Plan B, and I'm not talking about the team. Their ass-kicking plan tonight to tie this up and head off to MP Village. Will it happen, or will MySod dominate with a final score of 3-1? We'll find out here in a moment. DeeAy, all you.
And heading now into the shipping halls as the Allied team has taken the fight to the incoming Axis. Dynamite already planted that service door, though. Flag is still in possession of the Allied squadron of Kreaturen. We've got MySod coming in. Axis is going to grab that forward deployment flag. 9:21 on the clock, and we're waiting for that shipping hall to blow up. Still, though, Kreaturen engineer now kills the ambush, but no, not going to happen. Heads back in there, has the pliers out, and he's using the sneaky pain-in-the-ass tactics, trying to defuse that dynamite, and he does it. Allied engineer defusing the Axis dynamite at that service door. He then kills himself, going to spawn back in something else. Just basically trying to cause a little bit of problems for the MySod team. Dolt now engineer, Axis engineer bent over, dynamite replanted, and we've got a double plant going. It looks like no, not going to happen. He actually went to the other side, and we've got some Allied dynamite planted on the other side of the service door. So, what's going to happen? The Axis dynamite will blow up, and about 5 seconds after that, we've got Allied dynamite going to blow up, so that could cause some problems. 8:33 on the clock, all is quiet in the shipping halls. The flag is in possession of the Axis team. Plenty of time for MySod to get a time set as Kreaturen wants to hold them off for as long as humanly possible.
Here comes Blaze. Blaze is not gonna fall for it. Dynamite went off, taking down that service doorway. Blaze is like, you know what? I know the other dynamite's there. I'm gonna wait for it. Waits for the Allied dynamite to go off. Then now Leutman down below calls fire for effect into the outside courtyard. Calls it from inside of the shipping hallways tonight. Fire for effect now incoming. Any allies in position? Negative. None in position here tonight. Doko, Kreaturen roster up here with Ara. Also, Kreaturen roster 2-man defense, you guessed it, Lieutenant and Medic tag team combo versus incoming Axis push, who are kind of just bounding around here lower tier. We got some Axis making revivals. 2 men down below. Incoming airstrikes. Axis and allies scattering for cover as the support fire from Dolt takes down Ara and Pro Kreaturen. Oh, baby. Man, down in the field, 7:25 is on the clock here tonight. Mysaw trying to set the time. They were able to beat that time of 7:47 with a 4:47 here tonight. Trying to set about the same time here this evening and clinch the match tonight. But something we've seen, DeeAy, is that these teams respond very strongly to each other, and we could very likely be heading into MP Village. But that remains to be seen. MP Ice and the carnage continues at the 7-minute clock.
Absolutely. Both of these teams extremely versatile, able to adapt to the strategies of one another very, very quickly. So, 6:50 on the clock. We have got an allied defense set up on the document tower. And Dooku, apparently it's not Doko as we've been saying it, but it is Dooku as I was corrected in IRC. 6:36 on the clock. We've got some Lieutenant dropping machine gun fire down as Dolt is on the second level, but is quickly taken out, ambushed, cut in two by the crossfire from the allied squadron. Right now, 6:27 on the clock. Documents are still safe, but not for much longer as carnage is being brought outside. We've got lots and lots of support fire happening. Lieutenants definitely earning their pay here tonight. Documents still safe, 6:13 on the clock. Plenty of time, though, for Mysaw to get in here, get something done, try and set an amazing time, just something. Put sand in the knickers of Kreaturen is what they're trying to do now. We've got Darv on top. He is all by his lonesome self, but it looks like he's got a clear shot at it. Inside, we have a grab. Axis documents. They are in possession of the Mysaw team. Darv has them. He's a medic. He's backed up, heading back down the ladder now to the second level, deciding to drop down into the shed, making his way through the shipping hall as the allies reclaim those shipping halls. So, looks like that message was caught, but no, fight out, but not going to happen. Documents still in possession of the Axis team. 5:33 on the clock. Warwitch, all you.
Nice teamwork here tonight as Darv and his squad, man, they are just all around him here tonight, providing support, flanking, and destroying the allies, bringing it home. 5-2-1. Darv now sees the goal line, charging home tonight, wants to put a nail in the coffin of the Kreaturen roster. Oh, take him down, he's in trouble. Picked up now by Red. Red with the revival. Red now, hero or zero, trying to get home. Machine gun fire, Thompson fire behind him, bounding towards the fortress. Can he get inside? Darv now moves ahead. Darv with the pistol, inside now, and Red gets it done. The Axis win, and the time is set at 5:04. That is bad, bad news tonight for the Kreaturen roster. Mysaw in charge, DeeAy at 5:04. Wow.
Oh, spelling doom indeed. Just over half the time allotted to them on this map. Kreaturen, the only time they've captured the document so far, they did it in 7:47. Now they only have 5 minutes and 4 seconds to stay in the game. Kreaturen must beat that time. If they don't beat that time, they are out of the game. They want to tie this up. They want to move to a third map where they can basically start fresh. Right now, waiting on 7 players. Kreaturen maybe discussing their strategy, talking about how they're going to do this, how they're going to handle what's been thrown at them. 5:04 is not a heck of a lot of time on MP Ice. Still waiting on those 5 players. Give you a quick rundown of the rosters one more time. Defending Allied, Mysaw Squadron, Red, Vas, Darv, Blaze, Dolt, and Zemme. Incoming Axis Squadron, Kreaturen, we've got Dooku, Ara, Eski, Pro, Sil, and Lunatic. Everyone has readied up. Round will begin in about 5 seconds. This is it. This could potentially be the last round for Clanbase EuroCup RTCW action. And here we go. 4:59 on the clock. We've got Mysaw streaming out of the Allied bunker, making their way towards the shipping halls. And they're going to try and get an early drop on the incoming Kreaturen roster. 4:47 to go. Not a heck of a lot of time. Allies are set up inside those shipping halls. Grenades being thrown. And Warwitch, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, service door has been planted here tonight. This is it. I cannot stress the importance of this round. It is RTCW's final. It's true and final bout tonight. And it all comes down to one team. Two teams, but one team here on the offense. Can the creatures rosters, Kreaturen, beat the time of 5:04 and take us to MP Village? Who is going to win? EuroCup 8. RTCW service door has been breached. We're at that 4-minute warning. Yeah, we'll make it a 4-minute warning here tonight. Here come the Axis push now. You gotta be very quick about this tonight. No mistakes can be made. The German Wehrmacht must not fail in the dominance of Europe tonight. Charging forward, moving outside towards the hillocks. Bounding now, following Etsky and his awesome connect and Lunatic and friends towards the fortress wall. No, they're gonna circumvent that fortress wall here tonight, looking for an engineer there still. Leading down, green light. Now, flyers out. Steady by, falling by, and grenade spam, dives aside, and then takes a grenade in the shorts. He's down. Looks like he was actually killed by a teammate. Ara, with a misplaced grenade, takes down the engineer at the fortress wall, and that is not good. 321, but a grab, out of nowhere. Documents now, taken from the tower. Can they get it done? Can they bring it home? Who's got the grab? DeeAy, now grabbed by Pro. Pro at 311. Pro trying to get it done. Pro in trouble. DeeAy, do you have a lockdown of the carrier? It's do or die time. No, Allies can't do it, or Axis can't do it. Allies make the return. Wow.
Not going to happen. Documents were picked up by Pro after they fell, but no, went down in the hallways.
Nice.
Doko, though, has them one more time. He is a medic, and he's now inside the shipping halls. Documents in possession of the Axis team. 2:47 on the clock. Doko now making his way through. I'm saying that wrong again, aren't I? Dooku. Yes, okay. 2:40 on the clock through. They're outside now, bounding towards the tanker. Outside, Dooku all by his lonesome self. Can't find the rest of his team. He's running. Run, Forrest, run. 2:29 on the clock. Right now, making his way through that. The half track. He's going inside. Is he ambushed? No, they do it. Kreaturen ties the game.
Oh, man. He went all the way, D. Wow. And the game is tied. Booyah! Tonight. Oh, man. I can't believe it.
Wow.
Woo! 2:42 on the clock tonight. What happened there, DeeAy? I'm just talking over you because I'm excited. The GOAT is going wild. It's party time as we are heading off to MP Village tonight. OMFG, good game on TSN tonight with WW and DeeAy. Holy, good God almighty.
Absolutely. Kreaturen does it. The underdogs one more time show that they deserve to be in this game like no other. Come back from a deficit. 2:42 is the time they set on the clock. Ties the game up. These are the Clanbase EuroCup 8 finals, and they tie the game up at the last second. 2:42 is the time they did it in. And now we need to move to a tiebreaker. This is what you expect out of games at this level. You know, this level of play, you expect to go to a third game, and here we are. You know, I'm so excited about the way this game has been played that, you know, we're playing MP Village, and I don't care. I'm looking forward to this.
MP Village has been redeemed. This is the way that RTCW should go out. Not like a 3-0 womp, but like we're in overtime, people, on MP Village tonight. If you're not dialed in, if your teammates are just sitting around IRC, what's going on, guys? What's happening? Get them in the server. They've got to dial in to this epic struggle tonight. Let's bring them in. Server number 1 here on the Team Sportscast Network tonight, www.tsncentral.com. Your leaders in the esports revolution. I'm Warwitch. With me on the mic, DeeAy of Destruction. Waiting on 10 players now. DeeAy, it's time once again for the VTalk.net roster rundown of MP Village tonight. VTalk.net roster rundown. Axis, Doko, Eski, Pro, Sil, Lunatic, and Mayhem tonight. Oh, she went. She vanished. She went away. I didn't read. See, DeeAy can't give you the VTalk.net rundown if she's in the privy with the Axis kid. She's in her litter box. So. Axis defense, Doko, Eski, Pro, Sil, Lunatic, and Mayhem tonight. Hi, Dee.
Hi. all this excitement, yeah.
As far as your
Makes you
allies...
go kind of thirsty.
Yeah. Oh, I was telling the listeners that you went off to the litter box with your little kitten. But I was wrong.
Yes, little girl's room.
Yes.
Little girl showcaster room.
For the Allied squad here tonight, the offensive push my side, a 5-man team. Red, Voss, Darby, Blaze, and Dolt. So, looks like they might be bringing someone else here in the server, perhaps a village specialist tonight. D, I think it's time to give the listeners a little rundown of what's transpired so far. Let's go all the way back to MP base. I'll handle base, and then we'll give you ice. Here's the deal. The game began way back in the day at MP base. A good map. Excitement. My side on the attack, round 1, set 1 with a tremendous time of 4:45. The Kreaturen roster say 4:45. 9. I went to a southern accent back to German. 4:45. Negative. Gonna beat it with a 4-2-6-1-0 in favor of the Kreaturen roster. Then in round 2, set 1. Kreaturen with a time of 6 minutes. But my son beat that time of 4 with a 4-2-7, and we go to a 1-1 game as we head off to MP Ice, where DeeAy continues the story.
MP Ice at a 1-1 tie heading into the second map. Kreaturen gets in there first and they set a time of 7:47. Not the best time on MP Ice, but, you know, it's good enough. But Surrender or Die, my side, deciding, you know what, that isn't quite good enough. We'll beat that by 3 full minutes, and they do it in 4:47, giving them the second point. Game is now 2-1 in favor of Surrender or Die. Heading into the next round, 5:04 is the time that SOD manages to set. Very good time. Looked like trouble for the underdogs, for the Kreaturen squadron, but you know what? They were not done with Clanbase just yet. Came back and set an amazing time of 2:42, giving them a second point, tying the game and throwing us into the tiebreaker third map. We're now looking at MP Village. We're taking a little bit of a break so everyone can go, you know, get a drink, go to the bathroom, do what it is they can do in those 5 minutes. And slightly different this time, we will play 3 rounds if we need to. In order to make sure we do not have another tie, we'll play 3 full rounds on MP Village should it get to that. And we'll see what happens at the end of those 3 rounds. Right now we are tied at 2-2, so this is basically a fresh start for both of those teams here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it is shout-out time. Let's get the shout-outs from in-game as we stand by to start the action here tonight. We're on the battlefield of MP Village. The objective, a shout-out to me from Doko. Thank you. A shout-out to Independent from Mayhem, both of the Kreaturen roster. And still with a shout-out to SSK. He's the world's greatest. Hey, thanks Doko.
Couple of shout-outs on this side as well. We've got Yapio wanting to give a shout-out to Eisenhower because Eisenhower is apparently the best. So ACF Eisenhower, there you go. No, we will not play any bagpipe music for you. I know you're going to ask as soon as you realize you've gotten a shout-out on CSN, but not going to happen. Also, a shout-out to all Balin fans. A shout-out to all Balin fans and Mayhem from Pitt, I believe. Apparently this is going to give Kreaturen a boost that they need. So there you go. Shout out to all Balin fans and Mayhem from Pitt. And what else do we have?
I'm going to give a shout out to the robot. May he not return in the Shoutcast tonight. Das Robot. Love the robot. It's like Battlestar Galactica or something here on TSN. It's good times. Take a look here at my notes.
Discussion going on in the server.
Yeah, just chilling. We're just relaxing. We're giving the listeners a break from our voice because we've been talking so much for you. This recording, as soon as this game is completed, will be available for download on the TSN website. DeeAy, how many listeners do we got right now? I can't hop out of game. I'm staring at the tranquil trees here in the first courtyard of MP Village. Ooh, how many are dialed in?
Hanging out in that MP. Quite a few. We've got 268, it looks like. So
Not
quite
bad.
a few of you are dialed into this. Yes, good times indeed. Glad to have you all aboard. still waiting on 8 players. They were given a bit of a break by the admin. Everyone wanted to just take a bit of a breather, but you know us. We're here. We're sticking it out. TSN, Warwitch, and DeeAy on the airwaves, and we're bringing you all the action, because there is a lot of action. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's 268 is an amazing number, especially for Return to Castle Wolfenstein, a game that, when it came out, used to pull those numbers all the time, consistently. 100, 200, 300, to 500, to 600 listeners. But considering the state of Wolf now, to have that amount of listeners dialed in is mad support, and it shows DeeAy that the European audience, diehards for the Wolf tonight, diehards. I'm real curious to see what the next game is to be embraced, enemy territory, Call of Duty, etc. I mean, we'll be there, and we'll be there to call the shots, especially if it's from 1944, because, I'm all about the Germans, as you can tell. In fact, it's gotten so bad that I'm going to have to train myself not to speak in my silly German accent when I shoutcast other games. So, good luck to me, because that's not going to be easy.
We've got some discussion going on in the servers right now, trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen for this game. Zemme from the MySod squad is asking what happens if there's a full hold, and basically, what happens if there's a full hold? I'll cry. Seriously. Yeah. I'll weep the tears. Nobody likes a full hold, and especially, I mean, we're being very tolerant to the fact that MP Village, you know, we're looking forward to it, we're kind of gung-ho about this tiebreaker map, but if you have a full hold on Village, I swear I'll cry. That's all there is to it.
Yes, knowing the way this game has gone so far, it could very easily happen tonight, so the team's still discussing with Rui, Mr. Kangaroo, on the server here tonight. We're just chilling, standing by for the final ruling from the Clanbase admins. Somnia is probably rolling in his grave right now, like bashing his head against a screen, trying desperately to dial in and get online with a couple cans and a string. Poor guy. A shout out to Orty from one of the Wolf TV servers here tonight. We got 3 on server here tonight. And, late in Europe. Very late. But hopefully, speaking of Europe, DeeAy and I will be joining you all in Europe for hopefully the next installment of the Intel Masters. And it reminds me, because when I was at the Intel Masters and they were introducing everybody, I can't remember his name, the butler from Tomb Raider. Do you know who I'm talking about? He was also in Red Dwarf.
No, I totally don't know.
I thought you would.
Never known.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
Tomb Raider, not into that at all, so.
What? You don't like Angelina Jolie? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say I didn't like the Angelina Jolie. I just don't like the Tomb Raider. That was actually one of the games that for some reason I just never got into, because all of my attention was focused on Quake and RTCW. I had no room for anything else. But I'd make room for Angelina Jolie.
Well, I can't remember his name. Anyway, when he was announcing everybody, it was great. Like Wonder Dog and Cold Shot, he said ATs and Warwitch, and there was like one guy in the crowd went, woo! It was awesome. So we'll be there in Europe for our one fan.
Time round.
Yeah, one guy. Yay. Yay. And that was much rejoicing. Yeah. Would have preferred it had been like a score of hot, like, teenage cheerleaders, but alas, it was not my fate, Dee. Knowing my luck, you would probably score
when we
with
take
all
over
the
the world, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, the countdown's underway. The battle is now here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our game face on tonight. Axis defense, the Kreaturen roster, Doko, Pro, Mayhem, Eski, Sil, and Lunatic versus your allied incoming squad of MySon, Red Boss, Darv, Blaze, Dolt, and Zemme. D and Warwitch on to Mike 944. Here come the allies, and they're getting it done. Let's do it, DeeAy. All you. Come on.
Now, heading into the MG42 courtyard, we have got the MySod team. 9:35 on the clock, and already carnage coming out of that hub. Got airstrikes being thrown out as the axes are set up inside. Hands up for Mayhem. Mayhem is back, swapping out for Ara. Back in the scene and doing a lot of damage. Right now, though, Kreaturen still in control of the little bar thingy here. Forgot the name of it. How bad is that? It's been a long time for Village. The Tavern! Yeah. There we go. The Axis Tavern in control of the Kreaturen team. 9:07 on the clock. First push shut down by Kreaturen and the rest of their squadron. And it looks like MySod going to regroup. Try again. Oh, Panzerfaust from Mayhem. 3-man kill. Darv, Voss, Dolt, all in pieces on the ground. 8:52 on the clock, and the tavern is occupied by those Axe Kreaturen guys.
Yeah, no kidding. They're hanging out. They're drinking some ale. They're having a good time over by the MG42. It's just general mayhem here tonight, and they're advancing forward through the chokehold. I mean, my side hit a brick wall. We're talking like no one got through. The Germans just kind of stood there and slapped them aside. Man, fatality tonight. 8:24 on the clock. Not much action in the front of the tavern, DeeAy. I suspect we might be seeing some of the MySod members making their way towards the Axis spawn and out towards the graveyard going long. We're going to head now through the wine cellar. And if I can navigate the wine cellar and find my way out of here, I'm drunk and lost. Moving up towards the crypt, into the graveyard, we've got some sporadic gunfire. Now, into the graveyard, very quiet. It's a restless dead. Germans are here. Two-man squad. A little grenade toss right there. Incoming MySod trying to get something done, but interdicted as their tactical force is shut down by Doko. That little feint to the graveyard is also denied, and at 7-4-2-D. MySod not showing a very strong hand in the opening moves of the tiebreaker tonight, MP Village.
Absolutely not. Kreaturen easily smacking them around like little tiny bitches. 7:26 on the clock. Forward deployment flag still in the control of the Axis squadron, heading into the tavern right now. I'm just ignoring you. Heading back into the tavern where the Kreaturen squad is set up. Their defense is solid, it is strong, and it is not going to let any of the MySod team through. But we'll see if Vass has anything to say about that. Fires a Panzer into the tavern, takes out Lunatic and Pro. And in return, though, they meet the MP40 of Eski, so we still have a 4-on-4 game, but that's not going to last very long.
Ma'am.
Oh, MySod having definite issues. Oh, Dooku doing some damage. MP40 fire.
Yeah.
6:46 on the clock. Another attempt shut down. And now, where are those allies going to come from?
Team play breaking down here tonight as another push into the front of the tavern. Mayhem, TK, several members of the MySod team trying to get it done. Then, in absolute despair with his -3 score, commits suicide for the fresh respawn. 6:25 on the clock. MySod, maybe not with a lot of practice here tonight, might have felt that they would have easily dispatched Kreaturen by now. But now we're at the tiebreaker map. SOD favored 60-40 over Kreaturen, and a timeout on the server.
And it's
Guess who it is? Hold on.
Having problems.
$10 if you can guess who's having problems with his connect. Eski. Yep, it's Eski. Kicking ass with a 999 on MP Village tonight. Booyah!
Thinking that possibly Ara wasn't the right one to have swapped out there. Maybe we could use Ara and Mayhem on the server both. But Eski's still hanging in there. He's doing a lot of good for his team, so I can understand the desire to keep him around, but his connection is not cooperating here tonight. And causing some problems for the Kreaturen squad, but they've held up admirably, especially if you take a look at the score, especially if you've been listening for the last couple of hours, what has been going on this matchup here tonight. Rui asking if we're going to kick him so he can reconnect, but no, his ping seems to have settled down again, now looking at that 48 ping that he's so used to. And now the match is going to get underway again in 5 more seconds. 6:13 on the clock. All is quiet. The crypt has not been blown wide open. Engineer has been nowhere near the graveyard, untouched by allied hands. As the Kreaturen squad is just basically smacking around MySod here tonight on MP Village. I'm not sure whose map choice this was, but it's not looking good for MySod just yet. We'll have to see if their defense is better than their offense. As 5:52 on the clock, allies capturing that northwest courtyard for the first time, and now swinging back over to Warwitch.
Alright, well, MySod looking a little more vigilant now, a little more offensive as they're trying to get something done. A mass exodus of suicide right there is MySod now going to be coming back for the fresh respawn. Man, fast Panzerfaust from the crypt or the graveyard wine cellar side phalanxes the Germans and gets it done with a one-man kill. But the German Kreaturen roster now beginning to lock down that crypt here tonight. We're on the crypt is sealed, and we do have Zemme and Blaze in control, allied MySod team, but no engineers. You've got to get the engineer in there first to open up the crypt, and it's a nice contrast to both maps. It really ties them both in together. On MP Base, you needed engineers. On MP Ice, you need a grabber. And on Village, you need both. You got to get your engineer, and then you've got to grab it, preferably with the medic, to bring it home here tonight. But the Axis now reinforcing. Kreaturen feeling very confident at 4-4-7. A little gunfight around the crypt here tonight. But guess what? Kreaturen continues to dominate DeeAy. They are playing very calm, very much in control, very much in charge at 4-3-4 remaining.
Time rapidly running out tonight here. First round on MP Village, less than halfway. We passed that halfway point about 30 seconds ago. Right now we've got a solid Axis Kreaturen defense set up around the crypt. Allies going to be coming in any second now as we have the rest of the Kreaturen squad joining their teammates, trying to stop the streaming allies coming out from the wine cellar. Engineer, no, not alive, taken out by Mayhem and his Panzerfaust, but we do have another engineer, Dolt, bent over, green light, dynamite planted at that storage crypt. First time now he needs to guard this dynamite, make sure we can have no Axis engineers in here undoing the work he has done so far tonight. 3:35 on the clock, plenty of time for them to get the gold home. This is basically a map in which they need to claim the booty. 3:45 on the clock, and Axis engineer bent over, dynamite is in peril, and he does it, still disables the dynamite set out by Dolt. That has got to be a royal pain in the sides of the MySod squadron. 3:30 on the clock, and apparently we've got another 999 ping. Eski in trouble. We have a timeout.
Yeah. You got to get rid of Eski if you're the Kreaturen roster. Replace his ass because he's lagging. I mean, you got to get rid of him. When you lag out and you're causing this kind of issue in the server, it's not Eski's fault. He's playing hard. The guy's playing good, but if you're getting owned, it's kind of like a Shoutcaster. You know, when my connect is not doing so hot and biting Axis goat, it's pretty much time to find another Shoutcaster. They might have to head to the war room for a replacement. Said that before. Standing by. We'll see what happens here. But we are currently in a timeout situation. Recapping MP Village tonight. A plant on the crypt itself as the MySod team was able to control it for a very short time. However, a disarm is a critical blow. Man, just a painful blow for MySod offense here tonight, and it's going to stall the kind of defense, or rather the kind of offense, the kind of momentum they had. It's going to completely shut that down, D, and it's got to be very discouraging for MySod right now.
Absolutely. They want to just get this done, get things going. It is very, very late over there right now. We're nearing 11 o'clock at night, and from what I've been told, looks like a few of them have exams tomorrow. So they're kind of having to choose what's more important, exams or EuroCup. Well, EuroCup obviously coming out on top there. But Eski now has left the server. We're going to see if they're going to sub somebody else in or just let him back in the game. Right now, actually, the game is paused at a very interesting point in time. Engineer for the Allied team, Dolt, got a dynamite plant on the crypt, but just with a few seconds to spare, we had an Axis engineer. Sil came in here with those pliers and defused that dynamite. Just as the timeout was called this time round, we have actually a green light on the server, or what I think is going to have to be another drop. 3:25 on the clock, Dolt the engineer, and he's ready to drop some more dynamite. So hopefully we get this back quickly. Apparently Eski now back on Ventrilo, so he'll be back in the game shortly. And we're in a very interesting position with just under 3.5 minutes remaining on this first round on MP Village.
Clanbase admin Rui warning the Kreaturen roster that if he times out again, the game will not be paused. That he basically has run out of his timeout options as far as Eski's concerned, and they either need to sub him out, or if he times out again, they're just out of luck here tonight. Now, we'll see what happens. 3:25 on the clock, frozen in time. He's now rejoining the game. Will be with us very shortly, making his way back to the Axis defense here tonight. Despite his timeouts, the Kreaturen roster are able to make disarms and to hold off very easily the MySod team.
Prepare to fight.
Game's going to be restarting here in about 9 seconds. Countdown underway. MP Village is a tied ball game at 2-2. We've already done base and ice.
Fight.
Game on! Battle continues here tonight. Let's do it. Dynamite plant gold storage crypt as brought to you by the engineer Dolt. My sod right there. Surrender or die. 314 just needs 30 seconds for it to go off. Can the Axis make a repeat with another disarm? Coming now to enforce that position, rounding about and engaging the enemy, but no engineer in position. But here's a fresh respawn. Here comes the engineer now. Two-team engineer squad bounding forward, charging in and an ambush from behind. Engineer down. And now Boss Mindsaw with the Panzerfaust takes down the engineers who are sweeping in on the respawn to try to get it done. Allies have broken into the crypt, and I am suffering from the crypt bug. If you're too close to the crypt in ghost mode, when it blows, you get trapped on the crypt. So we're going to move to first person here tonight. Track Red, and whilst I do that, I've got him. Red now into the tavern. Bounding forward, Allied squad, Thompson in hand, out to the MG42 courtyard. D with the charge at 227. Now Mysod starting with the momentum. Now moving out to the Allied courtyard, heading towards the Gauntlet of Doom, as I like to call it tonight. Forced to fall back. DeeAy, he's now making his way back to the tavern. Axis reclaimed the northwest courtyard. He knows he doesn't want to go that direction. At 2:05, some machine gun fire. Revival's being made and down, blown away, and it's going to get returned. Returned indeed, and man, Axis then get it done. DeeAy, we're going to hand it back to you at 154. Gold has been returned.
The gold carrier was pretty much trapped. He was trapped in between a sandwich of Axis defense. They had reclaimed the courtyard and they were coming through the Allied courtyard, so there was really nowhere for him to go. He was just basically sandwich meat at that point. So 1:36 on the clock. Dynamite has been returned, or gold has been returned to the crypt. Forward deployment flag in possession of the Axis team. So not much time remaining. We're nearing that 1 minute mark. It does take about 30 seconds to get from the crypt to the Allied truck. Gold is sitting there in plain sight. No one is coming to claim that booty. And right now we've got to fight inside as the Allies recapture that northwest courtyard, heading out now into the wine cellar and going to be coming out the top, trying to get their hands on that gold one more time. Starting to run out of time, hitting that 1 minute warning right now. Less than a minute to go. Darv inside has the gold. He's got it, and he's now heading back towards the wine cellar. Warwitch, do you have a lock on him?
Got a lock on him now. Inside the wine cellar. Oh, taken down. Axis make the return. See ya. 1-1 apiece. Quickly approaching the 30-second warning here tonight. Mysod starting to heat it up on MP Village, but beginning to stall yet again. Now Track and Blaze takes down Sill. 30-second warning now in effect. Another grab. Picked up by Red. Can Red get it done? Allies with the gold. Red trying to bring it home. But does he have the time? Not likely. 21 seconds on the clock here tonight. Moving to Red's perspective as we track down the action. Red, 15 seconds moving towards Axis spawn. No way, no how is he going to be able to bring it home. Interdicted by the Axis, and at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Mysod cannot get it done. Deep.
First full hold on MP Village. Score still 2-2 in not in favor of anybody. 2-2 is the score. Let's take a look at some statistics. Fairly close. Kreaturen coming in at 52% overall. Top man for that team is Lunatic. And 46% for the Mysod team, and 50% efficiency for Voss is the leader for his team right now. So, full 10 minutes on the clock for Kreaturen to get in here and get that gold back to the Allied truck. If they can set any time at all, they will go up 1 point for this round. Don't forget, we are going to play up to 3 rounds here on MP Village in order to avoid another tie situation. If this turns into another full hold, we are going to have to go to the admins to find out what is going to happen at that point. Not 100% sure on that. Don't want to give my opinions because I'm probably wrong. It happens quite a lot. As we wait on 6 players here tonight, 2-2 is the score. Kreaturen versus Surrender or Die for the EuroCup 8 RTCW Finals.
Yeah, it is the finals. It is a tremendous game. RTCW has had an amazing life. And it all comes down to this. These teams want this. You don't want to come in second. You want to be remembered as the team that won EuroCup 8, not the team that came in second. And we're in overtime. But not looking good for Mysod and MP Village. Not showing that strength they've demonstrated on base and ice. clearly demonstrates to me that, like I said earlier, they may not have expected to have gone this far. Favored 60-40 over Kreaturen. Clearly, Kreaturen has done their homework, but have they done their homework enough? We're going to find out their offensive powers here on MP Village tonight. DeeAy! Game is now underway. Allied squad of Kreaturen. Now, if they get a point, D, let me understand the OT rules. If they're able to score a point, is it game over or does it continue?
It does actually continue. If they do claim the point, they will go up 3-2, but this is a 3-round tiebreaker, so they would basically need to win 2 rounds on MP Village in order to successfully claim that win. So, with 9:34 on the clock, the Allied team taking a different route to get towards that crypt, avoiding the tavern altogether. Tavern is basically just an opportunity for the Axis team to do some destruction before they have a chance to basically take the fight. Oh, and artillery support from, that would be Blaze, doing some damage to take out 2 members of the Kreaturen squad on top of the Axis spawn roofway there. It looks like they were waiting for them. They were expecting this strategy to come out, and they had people waiting inside the graveyard. The Allied team tried to take them by surprise, but it just did not happen. They were waiting for them and shut that down very, very quickly, almost as quickly as if they had gone to the tavern. So, 8:50 on the clock. Nothing has been done so far. Warwitch, I'll throw it back to you.
DeeAy, I don't think you're going to be going out today. You don't get no plans because you're devoting your life to... Your friends are sitting around going, I want to go to the mall and shop. And you're like, hey, I'm Shoutcasted Wolf. This is going to be the longest game in history. I know it. I can feel it. We're going to have like 9 overtimes here tonight on MP Village. 8-2-5. Uh-oh, here come the Allies. They're sensing what I'm saying. They're like, which? Nah, we're going to just take the gold now and win the game. Well, here they come. Rushing now. Here's Seal, the engineer, making his way towards the crypt. 8-1-2. Come on, Seal. Clearing the crypt. And taking down his opposition. Doesn't want to lean down prone like that without making sure it's clear. Now, dynamite down. And planted. 8-0-1. He's got it done. 30-second countdown underway. Very aggressive Kreaturen roster, dominating here on MP Village. We may not be having a 9 overtime style game here tonight unless the MySod team can clean up their act. They're having a hard time. 7-4-6, now about 15 seconds remaining on the dynamite here. Not much in the way of access. Saw several members of MySod out in the graveyard, but the dynamite continues to tick down here in just a moment. It is going to be going off. Countdown underway, and it is open. The Germans have lost control of the crypt, and the Allies now can make a grab. Kreaturen making the assault.
They have a clear shot at that gold now. 7:21 remains on the clock, and a friendly face has returned to IRC. Insomnia is back. Insomnia hanging out over there on QuakeNet, giving me some tips of what's going to happen in this tiebreaker round. So good to have you back, Insomnia. We missed you for the first couple of rounds of this very, very exciting final championship game. Right now, it's 7:01 remains on the clock. The gold is exposed, and there is nobody here to pick it up. Taking a look at what's going on, we've got the MySod squadron inside the graveyard right now as the Allies come streaming through, trying to take out the ambush. Not going to happen as Pro Lieutenant for Kreaturen. Oh, taken out by a Panzerfaust. Very, very rude awakening as that Panzerfaust blows it into tiny, tiny pieces. Lunatic decided to try and chase the Panzer person down. Good strategy, though. Get him out of your way. But basically, everyone is ignoring the gold. Mayhem, he's looking at it. He's admiring the gold. It's very pretty and shiny. He likes it quite a lot, but he doesn't want to touch it for some reason. And here we go. Zemme now back in, and the Allies have control of the crypt. The Axis have control of this crypt one more time. Couple of good opportunities for the Allies to get in there and grab that gold, but it did not happen, and now the Axis spawning back in. They have control of the crypt, and the Allies are going to have to try one more time. 6:05 on the clock. The crypt has been blown, but the gold is still safe.
Yeah, it is wide open to be grabbed, and there is the grab tonight. Let's track it down. Sill with the attempt. Medic now into the graveyard, backed up by his squad. They're going to be coming head-to-head with the Germans. Now machine gun fire. Thompson versus MP40. Allies in capture Northwest Courtyard. Documents are in the position in the hand of, I can't see, still with Sill and the grab tonight. Can Sill bring them home? D, I've lost track of the carrier. I'm going to hand it back to you.
I have got him. He's now heading out into the tavern. He's backed up by Pro. So Still and Pro making their way through the Axis Tavern. Now outside in that MG42 courtyard. 5:18 on the clock. Plenty of time. If they can do this, they will go up a point. So right now, heading into that chokehold. Still in possession of the gold. His teammate, no, taken out, but still, no, alive. Actually, we do have Pro alive. And now here comes Still. We've got an allied squadron. Basically, they're taking the gold out. Still has possession of it. 5:46. Their allies going through the chokehold one more time. Warwitch got a lock on the action.
Yeah, he's in the gauntlet. Now trying to bring it home. Oh, his teammates being systematically slaughtered as they try to get through the gauntlet. The chokehold of doom. Still with the grab. Still forced to fall back. MG42 courtyard. He knows he's in trouble here tonight. One by one, the allies have been picked off, but still, he's got the grab. Now, moving towards the gauntlet. Charging forward. Now, allies respawn, bounding into the destroyed house. Machine gun fire. Dives around. Is still alive, but in trouble. Inside the house now, trying to get it done, making his way a long ways around towards the truck. 4:19 on the clock. Here he comes, still in position, and still with the crab. The allies get it done and make the escape tonight. Booyah! Beating that time of 10 minutes on the clock and successfully getting it done. Nice play from the Kreaturen roster, the underdogs tonight. Guten Tag. Hello, we've got the gold. 5:45. And they are on the board in overtime tonight. Now, a little discussion. Game over? No, game continues. I didn't think we'd be going to overtime. It looks like the game, as you said, will continue. That score of 1-0 on MP Village DeeAy. Lost the D.
Kreaturen in a very, very good position. SOD, surrender or... oh, man.
Yeah, we'll have DeeAy here. Disconnect and reconnect to rejoin me here on Ventrilo. I can't because I am in full screen mode. Good game.
Prepare to fight.
Hi.
Hi, D. Welcome back. Scrolling back here at 5:45.
Okay.
And countdown now is underway. Let's do it. 2 and a 1.
Fight.
1-0 now in favor of my side on MP Village. Oh, yeah. Or in favor of Kreaturen, my bad.
Kreaturen, right. Got me confused. Maybe I came back into a different game. No, Kreaturen in a very good position right now. They are up 1-0 in this tiebreaker game. If they can claim this, they've got an opportunity to set and time on this map. If they can repeat what they did in that last round, then my side is definitely going to be in trouble. 9:33 on the clock right now. Kreaturen making their way into the house. They're in the ruins now, going to head out through the Axis spawn. Waiting now, not going to fall for what they did last time, waiting to make sure that no airstrikes come to take them out, but no, they need a Panzerfaust. Vass was waiting for them. Doku and still taken out quickly. Axis were in the graveyard one more time, gonna not let them through, not let the Kreaturen team do what they did last time. Crypt is still safe. 9:06 on the clock. Kreaturen is up 1-0, and this round, my side has to tie it up or they are in trouble.
Yeah, here we go. Little allies in the graveyard now, trying to get it done in what has been a marathon of Return to Castle Wolfenstein so far. A great way to end the EuroCup 8 Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Germans now in control once again. Surrender or die. Ain't about to surrender. They're going to say do or die time here tonight. 837. Fire for effect, graveyard side. Incoming. The Germans trying to lock it down, and a little TK right there as Blaze takes down Darby. Uh-oh, not good. Crypt very quiet, heading down to the wine cellar. Got some allies down here, but Zemme is down below, shuts down that allied push. Up and around towards the courtyard we go. Controlled by the Axis, into the tavern. Very quiet, D. Not much going on. Very quiet. Where are the allies?
I don't quite know. I'm out here on the crypt, and here they come now, streaming through the graveyard, but they are being taken out from behind. My side, Panzerfaust from Vass takes out Lunatic and Dooku. So right now, Crypt is still safe. We do have a lieutenant, an allied lieutenant. We've got Pro from the Kreaturen team He is just holding the fort down, waiting for an engineer. We need an engineer. The crypt has not been blown, so the gold is still secure. And no, he's taken out by a grenade from Zemme. So 7:36 on the clock. Support fire all over the place. There's lots of explosions happening in this graveyard, and the Allies need to try again. But here come the Axis, going to reinforce the defenses around this crypt. 7:22 on the clock. No sign of the Allies. Going to have to push back now, heading into the tavern. Flag is still under control of the Axis teams. Of the Allies, they need to work it. They need to get their booties moving. 7:10 on the clock.
Yeah, get those booties moving to grab Das Booty here tonight. 7:05. Crypt has not yet been blown wide open, and MySod are beginning to dominate here tonight. They've enforced their defense. They're looking very strong, and so far, it's looking like a repeat of what we've seen throughout this entire game. No team really gets the upper hand for long. The other team responds with equal or greater force, and right now, MySod, who very weak right out of the gun here at MP Village, is now a very strong Axis defense here tonight, as they are successfully holding off the incoming push of the Allied Kreaturen roster. 2-2 was the score as we finished up MP Ice. We're now in that tiebreaker scenario. Round 1, set 1 of MP Village. MySod unable, and a 5:45 by the Kreaturen roster brings them up 1-0 at 6:17 here tonight. Long scenario, long game here this evening. Once again, very quiet in the tavern, moving back towards the graveyard, looking for the Kreaturen team. Nothing here. Not sure what they're doing. I hear a little bit of action and a little carnage over here on that Axis side as they're coming up from that upper rooftop area. Advancing up and around MG42 to the front of the graveyard, but nothing gonna happen here. More fire for effect. Allies shut down, and a nasty crossfire here at the entrance to the graveyard. Surrender or Die is in charge this round, D, and they need to be in order to hold off the Kreaturen roster from getting a quick 2-0 lead.
Absolutely. 5:35 remains on the clock. Nearing that halfway point, the crypt is still secure. The doors have not been blown wide open. Gold is not yet exposed, and we need to have that happen before anything else can go on this map, MP Village, here tonight. This is probably why I dislike MP Village so much, but here we go. Mayhem, engineer for the Kreaturen team, making his way towards the crypt. He's all by his lonesome self and is taking fire, and oh, MP45 is still alive, though, as he takes out his attacker, but there's another one. Zemme gets the drop on Mayhem, and the engineer is taken out. We're now at that halfway point. 4:57 remains on the clock. No chance for revival for that Allied engineer. His body was destroyed. Eski now making his way. He is a medic. Now taking out the body of Zemme, but it's not going to happen. No engineer in sight. Rapidly running out of time. 4:42 on the clock. There's Doko. We've got an Allied control of the graveyard, but we're just waiting for the engineer. Here comes still engineer for the Kreaturen team, now making his way, taking some machine gun fire from behind, but he's got a green light bent over, and we've got a dynamite plant on the crypt at 4:25. Rapidly running out of time. Gonna wait 30 seconds for this to blow up. See MySod taking some heavy machine gun fire from the Kreaturen squad. They're gonna guard that dynamite for all they're worth, and before they can get in there, grab that gold and make a play for it. But here comes Red. Red doing some damage. He's a medic, not going to be able to get to that dynamite, so that will go off, giving the Kreaturen team a good shot at that gold and a good shot at setting a time on this map.
Yeah, the Allies now breaking into the crypt wide open, as the Surrender or Die team now going to have to defend that gold and stop those medics from the Allied team from making the grab here tonight. 3-4-3. 1-0 on the tiebreaker in favor of the Kreaturen team. Countdown underway. I'm Warwitch, with me DeeAy of Destruction on the Team Sportscast Network. Into the wine cellar. It's very quiet. Advancing up through the wine cellar now towards the courtyard. A courtyard in control of the Axis. Now into the tavern. Very quiet here in the tavern. 319. Advancing out MG42 courtyard. Little MySod Vast Panzerfaust long range, and now a push. Kreaturen roster, two-man thrust up the front into the tavern now. Little ambush as they come inside and meet machine gun fire. But Mayhem making the revivals on Syl. Syl the engineer, incoming now, Syl shut down and denied. Mayhem then makes the revival again on Syl, pressing forward through a phalanx of German defenders into the courtyard where Mayhem meets Red. Red and Mayhem engage, and Mayhem goes down. Red maintains control of the courtyard and is then knifed to death. That allied push is shut down at 243D. They've got to control that courtyard in order to get a real pressure on the crypt. All you.
My side already seems to have adapted to the strategy of Kreaturen, and they're doing a great job of holding them off, making sure that gold stays in possession of the Axis team. Crypt has been blown wide open, but so far we had no touching of the gold. Dolt for the MySod squad now in control of the graveyard, but he's all by himself. That's not going to last for very much longer. We are running out of time, though. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remain on the clock. Kreaturen needs to get in here, grab the gold, and then run all the way back to the Allied truck parked on the other side of the map. So it's quite a journey, and they're going to be facing fire every single step of the way. So with less than 2 minutes to go on the map, they need to hurry, need to get something done if they want to claim this point and the game. Here we go. We have a grab. The Allies have stolen the gold. It is in possession of Eski. This would not be a good time for his connection to go to hell, but let's see what happens. Now making his way through the wine cellar, back up the stairs and into the tavern. Going to try and make a run for it. He does not have anything in the way of backup. Here we go. Pro and still it looks like they're following him. We've got Doku and we've got a good as Still takes out Eski. Not wanting to risk the connection, Still grabs the gold, kills his teammate, and lets everyone else get in there. Very, very wise move by the Kreaturen squadron. They are under control. 1:10 remains on the clock. Gonna need to hurry in the same position we were last time. Still has the gold, still indecisive about which route he is going to take. Gold in possession, now waiting for his teammates to back him up. They're heading back to the wine cellar. Back to the wine cellar now going up the ladder into the graveyard. Gold is now in the graveyard. They've backtracked. 48 seconds on the clock. They need to hurry. Still has gold now going past the danger point. The Axis spawn. He manages to make it. Drops a grenade as he does this. 36 seconds to go. Warwitch, take us home.
All right, 32 seconds, 30-second warning now on the clock here tonight. Trying to rush it home now, trying to do it. Let's get a lockdown on Syl. Trying to track him down, first-person perspective now. Where is he at? Trying to do it, rushing home, facing... All right, now it's Eski with the grab. Eski's got it. Eski taking heavy fire. Eski shut down, and the Axis return the gold at the 10-second mark. Oh, right there. Just about home, but can't do it in the gauntlet. And that is a full no, denied. Kreaturen, who got the time of 5:45 in the last engagement, are unable in round 2, set number 1, to do anything, DeeAy. And that is a chance for MySod to tie it up tonight. Give us the vtalk.net tactical rundown.
That was astounding. Unfortunate happenings for the Kreaturen squadron. Gold was returned. Not enough time to get it back there. And take a look at the rundowns. MySod outplaying 54% efficiency overall. Red coming in with 86. And for Kreaturen, 35% as a team. Eski, even with his ping problems, coming in at 50%. So, score right now. Still 3-2. We had a full hold. Basically, what can happen now? If we have a full hold, I believe, I'm not actually sure what's going to happen. If we have a full hold, I think we head then into the next round, and we'll see what happens at that point. If MySod can get any time at all, if they can set like 9.99, then they will tie the game up. So let's have a bit of a conversation, find out what happens. I believe we're just going to play until somebody gets a point above somebody else. But right now, MySod, this is their chance to tie the game up. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Standing by.
To fight.
We've been at this for how long now? How long has this match been? 2 hours? Some odd. It's been a marathon. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. 956 MP Village Allied MySod roster. Come on, guys. K-Team unable to get it done now. Surrender or die with the chance to make the magic happen. Looks like a full 6-man push into the MG42, or not. Gonna be going long around the far right-hand side, advancing forward. Tracking the team now. The machine gun fire as they are spotted by the Axis. One member of the Axis team, it was like Sill in position. Moving forward now, bounding forward, tracking Darv. Darv and Blaze advancing forward into the chokehold that leads towards the graveyard. Revivals being made, rounding the corner, engaging now, bounding forward, trying to get something done. Blaze, Lieutenant. Darv, Medic. Darv blown away. Zemme and friends. Here's the full push. Dolt, Engineer. We're going to track him as he tries to get something done. Dolt, where are you? Allies with Dolt still alive. Moving forward now. Zemme, Dolt, Red, and Zemme, medics, making the way towards the crypt. They've got control. Engineer, trying to get something done. Dolt in position. Dolt revived. Dolt in trouble. Dolt in the crossfire. Dolt around the back of the crypt, and Dolt with the green light leaning down now. Grenade goes off behind him, and then Dolt shut down by Sill, and then his corpse is killed before he can be revived, and that is not good for my side. Nice heads-up play from the Axis Kreaturen defense, DeeAy. Wow, 8:08 on the clock.
Absolutely unfortunate turn of events for the MySod team. Dynamite fades away into nothingness, and now they're going to have to try again. 8 minutes on the clock, 7:57 to go. MySod needs to take this point. If they take the point, they tie it up, and we head into another round. If we have another full hold, we will head into the third round anyways. So, you know, we're here for a very, very long time is what we're looking at. Mayhem, Panzerfaust, 2-man kill, Dolt and Vass going down. 7:37 on the clock. Still plenty of time for them to get in here, but usually all the action happens in the last couple of minutes. So we're going to have to wait and see. Right now I'm at the crypt. All is silent. It's very quiet. Going to head down into the wine cellar, see if I can't find the Allies, can't find the Axis. Flag is still in possession of the Axis team inside the tavern now. Kreaturen has their defense set up. We've got Doku, we've got Eski, we've got Pro, we've got Lunatic. They're all in here waiting for the next Allied push. No sign of the Allies. 7:07 remains on the clock. There's carnage somewhere, but I can't find it. Warwitch, do you have a lock on the action?
I have no lock on the action, just horrifically realizing that I've got Call of Duty in 1 hour. So, my plans to shoutcast or to do anything today has been shot to hell. That's alright, it's 1944, and it's all good. Now, German defense, Eski. It's a medic, he's hanging out around the crypt. Having a good time. Throwing some grenades out there to the graveyard. Boom. Takes no damage. Very cool. Moving down to the wine cellar, 6-3 watch. Still very quiet. Distant sounds of combat. To the northwest courtyard, in control of the Axis. For the European listeners dialed in, it's got to be like 1 in the morning or something crazy for those guys tonight. Lunatic now. Just very sporadic fighting here tonight. DeeAy, I like talking like this because it's little gunfire inside the tavern here. Sporadic incoming from MySod. Shutdown by the nice MP40 of a Lunatic here tonight. 542. D, I see nothing going on. A whole lot of nothing. We've got a 1-man push to the front of the tavern. 2-man push. Demny incoming right now. Left-hand side. Zemme shut down. Dolt is still alive. Engineer, and he's alive. Able to get it done here tonight. Backed up by a medic. Now we got something cooking. D, it's in the tavern.
Heading to the tavern as the Allies capture that northwest courtyard, something that has not been done a lot in this map here on MP Village. 5:14 on the clock. Allies in control of that forward deployments. spawn point. That'll help them out a little as they all stream now into the wine cellar. Gonna make their play on the crypt. We still need to get an engineer in there. Still need to blow that crypt wide open. Had one good attempt, but that was shut down by Kreaturen. So, gonna try again. Yellow light on the crypt, but no! Engineer taken out by Esky one more time. Dynamite, green light, not going to happen as it now fades away into nothingness along with the body of the fallen allied engineer. Not going to happen. 4:40 remains on the clock. Kreaturen and their defense doing a great job of basically holding off my saw. They do not want to let this happen, and they're doing all they can to make sure that they don't get even the slightest break. We're not even going to let them get into the crypt. That is what Kreaturen is saying to themselves right now. And whatever they're doing, it seems to be working. 4:20 on the clock. Mayhem and Tanfaust then falling to his death. You don't see a lot of that. He cratered, found gravity. 4:11 on the clock. Crypt still in one piece. Allied engineers, no sign of them. We've got another push as we've got a pistol fight going on inside the graveyard right now. Here they come through the wine cellar. We've got Dolt the engineer wisely hanging back, but Lunatic is going to hunt him down. Not going to happen. No engineer still alive. Going to fall back as, grenades falling into the wine cellar. Can he do it? Yes. Dolt manages to avoid that grenade, now making his way towards the crypt one more time, taking a lot of machine gun fire. Still takes him out, so Dolt not going to be able to do it. Blaze Lieutenant still alive with the engineer. Engineer was taken out, cannot be revived. 3:30 on the clock, starting to run out of time. MySod unable to get dynamite planted on this crypt. MySod already has gone through one full hold, and then held off Kreaturen for a full hold, and it looks like it might happen again. 3:16 on the clock. We've got some carnage in the graveyard, but still no dynamite planted on that crypt. So Warwitch, what are you doing?
Well, I'm hanging. I'm watching the Axis and the Allies go head-to-head here tonight. MP Village tiebreaker map, and what a game it has been. Axis reclaimed the northwest courtyard. Kreaturen are just convinced, no, determined, that MySod they're not even gonna see the gold this time. At round one, set one of Village, MySod unable. Alright, round two, set number one. Well, Creatures unable. Round two, set two, MySod probably gonna be unable to get anything done in the longest game of RTCW history. 2:28 on the clock, back and down into the wine cellar. Very quiet. Out to the northwest courtyard, it is all quiet. Inside of the tavern, very quiet. Now moving outwards, front of the tavern, some machine gun to fire. Now Allies gain control, and MySod here. MySod has got an engineer. Engineer backed up by Red the medic. Blaze the lieutenant now capturing the courtyard, trying to get it done. And in position, Lunatic in the courtyard, locking it down. But captured then by Red. MySod now we got something done, and guess what? Server is paused, and Esky with a 999. Booyah! No more pause for Esky. That's it. You get nothing. Not a 9. Resume now. See ya. Wouldn't want to be a game on. Esky's screwed. And a little anger
they
on
are
server.
Not happy.
A little anger on server.
Not happy at all.
Keep talking, D. I've got to use the Axis potty. I just said 300 listeners. I'm going to go use the restroom now, so I'll see you all in a moment, yeah? Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that Axis Goat beer is just going right through Warwitch. As we have yet another timeout, tempers flaring on the server right now as admin is saying that this is the last timeout that Kreaturen is allowed to have, but apparently he actually said that of the last one, so... Now, Wolf TV is getting in on the act, saying that MySod needs to go read the rules. Yeah, we're just going to let them argue a little bit, and we'll just keep going. So, situation right now, Kreaturen, Esky having some definite connection problems here tonight. Is down again for about the 4th or 5th time. Right now, we are sitting in the tiebreaker map, MP Village. We are in round 2 of set number 2. Score is 3-2 in favor of Kreaturen. Looking like we're going to have a full hold on MP Village. Kreaturen unable to capture the gold in round 1 of set 2, and looking like a surrender or die is facing the same situation. So, at the end of this round, assuming we have a full hold, the score will remain 3-2 in favor of Kreaturen. We will head into the 3rd round.
No.
If Kreaturen can take that point, no.
No.
No, what's no?
That's me protesting heading into the third round. It's just, let's get
Oh,
over it.
okay. I thought
They both
yeah,
win.
I thought you said I had it wrong, and then I would have been
They're
red.
both champions tonight. Both teams win. Congratulations. Good game. Good night. We can't do that.
Yeah. If we head into the third round, Kreaturen takes the point, then they'll win. If SOD takes the point, we'll have a tie game, and we'll head into yet another round. If we have a full hold in round 3, a full, complete 2-round hold, then I believe Kreaturen will win. That is what I think. I could be wrong. I don't know if we've actually had to encounter this before. Certainly did not go this way in the last EuroCup. EuroCup 7 certainly did not go this way. It was a 2-0 sweep for Rewind, if I recall correctly. But right now, 3-2. Looking at a marathon game. My friend is going to be so mad at me.
Yeah, she is. That's all right, though. It's all good. Dee, what are we looking at listenership here tonight as the carnage continues?
Still holding steady. Quite a lot of people tuned in, which is always nice to see.
Prepare to fight.
And oh, looks like Eski is back with the apologies. And now, less than 2 minutes to go. 1:58 on the clock. Prepare to fight. Match will resume in 1 second. Here we go.
Game on. 156 Northwest Courtyard, captured by the Allies tonight. My son, my God, do something. Let's get him inside. 147 inside the wine cellar. Heading up towards the crypt here tonight, looking for an engineer, looking for something. Allies battling with the axes. And revival's being made here tonight. Blaze is revived, looking for an allied engineer, Darby, and a dynamite plant in position. 1-3-1. Hallelujah. Amen. One dynamite down. Let's see if they can lock it down, or will the axis defuse? Not looking likely. The Kreaturen roster is going to be able to defuse. My side has got control. Countdown underway. About 15 seconds till the dynamite goes off here tonight. Allies all over it, and they're going to get one chance to bring it home. Quickly approaching the 1 minute warning. And the crypt is going to be blown wide open right here, right now. The crypt is open, and we are at the 1 minute warning. Now with the grab, DeeAy, it is red. Red with the grab into the wine cellar. 56 seconds. This is the do or die time. Going in, but Sill is down there with the machine gun fire, and he eats bullets. Red is stalled. Red better get something done. Red forced to duel. Red now down inside. 42 seconds taken down and returned. Sill with the mad return. The Axis returned that gold. 30-second warning just about in play here tonight, and that is good game. Ain't gonna happen. Kreaturen to hold off and a full hold on MP Village.
22 seconds on the clock. We are officially in garbage time. Gold is still nice and secure in the crypt, but it's not going to happen. Do not have enough time to get that gold home. Discussions in the server right now. Basically, everyone has stopped playing, and they're talking about what is going on. So, they're playing. We're going to head to the third map in just a couple of seconds as the clock runs out. Full hold on MP Village. Score is still 3-2 in favor of Kreaturen, but we have another round to go. And this is the longest game ever.
I may have had longer, but it's just about one of the longest games of all time. And it's a great way to send Wolf into the books of a legend and legacy of your nonce with a game that's 9 hours long on MP Village. It had to happen. What did I say? I told you at the start of the Shoutcast. I said I got this feeling that we're going to end up stuck on Village forever because it's going to be like the gods of Wolf laughing at me. Have fun, Warwitch. It's been great. Thanks for shoutcasting, by the way. 3 hours of Village. Eat it! Something gay and retarded. Well, we've been on Village all night. 9:55 is on the clock here tonight. I like to complain, but I'm having fun. I mean, hey. Allies, my side, with the offensive push. Not the last time, D. I'm frankly thinking they're going to be held off for another 10 minutes here. And then probably that's going to be it. I mean, if they're held off for another 10 minutes, they can't win the game. True or false?
That is true. If they're held off for a full hold, they will be unable to win the game, because even if Kreaturen does not manage to do it in the 10 minutes they are allotted, the score will still be 3-2 at the end of this round. So MySod has to do it. They have to get something done. 9:13 on the clock now. Carnage in the tavern. Kreaturen is chopping MySod into tiny little portable bits, and it's not going to happen. The push was very quickly shut down. We did have an allied man make it out into the courtyard, but unable to get their grubby little paws on that flag. So, 8:56 on the clock. Kreaturen now hopping into the wine cellar, making their way back to the tavern, setting that defense up one more time, taking their frustrations out on the chairs. Those chairs aren't gonna, they're gone, they're dead. 8:42 on the clock. We hear some airstrikes going on. Support fire from Still taking out Zemme. And gonna head now into the graveyard to see if there's any action, because the tavern is very, very quiet.
827. A long distance machine gun fire as the Allies now making their way up the front of the graveyard now. Incoming, surrender or die. Ain't about to surrender, but are they gonna die? Charging forward, man, heavy crossfire MG42 nest right there is actually being used by Doko. It's manning the MG42. Crewman MG42 is kicking ass, taking down Dolt and Zemme. Man, insult to injury, boom! And booyah, you never see that thing being used, and he just opens up with it and lets MySod know that he's not only taking him down, he's taking him down with style. MG42 style tonight. 7:46 on the clock. Crypt in control of the Axis Kreaturen roster. All the Kreaturen team needs to do is just maintain and hold their defense tonight. They hold off MySod, it's game over. But if MySod gets a grab of the gold and brings it back and sets a time, then they've got a chance. Will it happen? History tells us no, that this is going to be a victory for Kreaturen, but anything is possible in a game this long here tonight. Axis reclaimed the northwest courtyard, Allies then battling for a D. It looks like the majority of the carnage is on the northwest courtyard right now.
Gonna head that way. 7:05 on the clock. MySod team killing themselves, gonna come back in fresh and new. We do have a push on the wine cellar now, making their way through. Flag in possession of the Allied squad. Zemme now making his way towards the crypt, gonna take out Eski as quickly as possible. But here come the Allies. The Allies spawn back in, and now the fight is in the chokehold of that wine cellar. Right now, the Axis team taking the fight back outside, going to see if they can grab that forward deployment flag back for themselves. Still in possession of the Allies. Allies spawn back in. They're going to try this one more time. 6:32 on the clock. Allies streaming into the wine cellar. Going to try this again. See if they can't get something done. Get some dynamite planted. But the Axis are waiting for them. Kreaturen in position, ready for that push that they know is coming. 6:18 on the clock. Crypt is still in one piece. Gold is untouched. Gold is not able to be touched, as here they come one by one. Kreaturen easily taking them out as they stick their heads out from that wine cellar and meet a volley of machine gun bullets. Not going to happen. Push was shut down. 6:01 on the clock.
You know, it's interesting that I'm not seeing MySod do it just here until recently. They were not using those airstrikes. If you drop those airstrikes at the bottom of the ladder, they're going to clear off that entire upper area for you. And their entire push was shut down because they were sending the engineer and the medics in, and they had a lieutenant, but he was not dropping the airstrikes. They finally get it done, are able now to get a green light. Leaning over now, Dolt trying to get it done now. 2 dynamites in position, pliers are out, but Dolt shut down. Can't do it, and Dolt knifed to death by a lunatic. Engineer is down. 5-2-8. Axis maintain control of the crypt tonight. Kreaturen are tasting victory. They've just got to hold off MySod for another 5 minutes, and then they are the Uber Soldat champions of EuroCup 8 RTCW, the last and final EuroCup challenge ever. They want to be the final champions and go down in history. 5:05. Once again.
And this is a very excellent match for that to happen in. Oh, sorry. But, bodies flying all over the place now as an Allied soldier was blown out of the hole and his bodies went absolutely flying. Darv now reviving his teammate, still looking for an engineer, and here we go. Blaze now, dynamite down, green light, bent over, ass in the air, and dynamite has been planted. 4:40 on the clock. If they can just hold this dynamite, let the dynamite go off, they'll have a good shot at getting something done, but they're going to have to basically take out Kreaturen as they come in, because Kreaturen is a force to be reckoned with. Underdogs here tonight, but they've showed everyone that they are just in this, they're giving it all their worth, and they're just doing a fantastic job overall. 4:18 on the clock. Dynamite still ticking down. Allies have control of the graveyard and the crypt, and that's going to go off, given the clear access. There we go. Crypt has been broken into, and now we have a grab. First grab of this round. Darv, my sod medic, has it down in the wine cellar, making his way up to the tavern area. No sign of any backup. Hopefully his teammates can get him there, as the flag still in possession of the Allied squadron. So Darv now with the gold inside the tavern, making his way through. 3 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time for him to get in here and do it. Mayhem, Panzerfaust taking out 2 men, Vaz and Blaze down in a blaze of glory right now inside the Allied courtyard. But no, Axis are here, but not for long, with the Allies team taking him out. 4-man squadron for that gold. 3:32 on the clock, now heading out towards the village area. Gold is going to hang back and play it safe.
Nope.
Here comes Doku. Oh, takes him out and returns the gold. Denied. 3:20 on the clock. Oh, snuck up from behind. Wow. Good play by Kreaturen.
The game-saving play, looking good for my side to get it done in the gauntlet, but Doko clutch from behind with the power play makes it happen and returns the gold at 258. But my side not out of the game yet. Still with a chance. One or two more, at least 2 more chances at the gold here tonight. Got to get themselves on the board. Up to the crypt we go. They're going to have to rise and repeat and face the Axis again and battle them all the way back to the truck. 237. Allies now up the front. Here comes the push. Zemme with the grab. Zemme now. Heavy fire, and still alive. Diving aside into the wine cellar. Zemme now with the grab. Can he do it inside the wine cellar? Medic action. Charging forward. Up the stairs. Now outside northwest courtyard into the tavern. 219. Zemme making his way to the MG42 courtyard. No sign of an escort. Medic action. Now backed up by the first of his escorts. Now beginning to flock around him. Zemme still with the grab, heading towards the Allied courtyard, and here's where it gets hard. D, he's moving in, standing by, he's waiting. Advancing now, Allied courtyard. He knows there's trouble ahead. Some sporadic fire. The Axis setting up their defensive perimeter. Trying to get something done. Axis just around that left-hand corner. Zemme caught in the crossfire. Zemme in trouble, but alive. Now, backed up by his team, moving towards the gauntlet and the chokehold. Advancing forward. Zemme now, 139, making his way towards the truck. Machine gun fire into the house. Zemme now whips around the side, trying to get it done in the Axis with the return. Out of nowhere. Get it done and make the return at the nick of time at the 125 mark here tonight. Ouch, D, what happened? I lost track of him. And the Allies with another grab.
Still sneaks in there and corners the gold carrier, takes him out and easily returns it with machine gun versus pistol. Did not happen. Gold was returned, now is in possession of the Allies one more time. Red has it, but not for very much longer. Allies still have control of the gold. 1:02 on the clock. Gold is in possession of Vaz of the Allied squadron. They're starting to run out of time. They've got time to make Macy a good solid push on it, but they're going to have to keep the carrier of the gold alive. Following Vaz now, first person, backed up by Red. 45 seconds on the clock, making their way towards the Allied courtyard now, backed up by a good squadron of Allied team. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything if the Axis can get there first. Kreaturen's got their work cut out for them. 33 seconds now. Vaz heading into the house where his teammate fell earlier. 30-second warning is sounding now, making his way towards the Allied spawn. He's in there. It's clear. 22 seconds on the clock. He's now at the truck, and they do it. 9:41 on the clock.
No! No. My side get on the scoreboard tonight, 1-1 on MP Village D. You ain't going nowhere.
Still alive. My side still alive in the game. Kreaturen has to beat 9:41. If they can beat 9:41, then they take the game. If not, we're in a tie.
Oh.
And then I think I hang myself.
Yeah.
Rui, you poor guy.
Oh, it's funny.
Goodness.
It's just so funny because I'd normally be changing up the music, background music, and I'd be changing up sounders, and because I can't leave the game because of the fact that my wolf will crash my whole system if I do so. We've had like 3 hours of the same background music, and it's starting to drive me absolutely batty. It's like the longest. My headphones going nuts, and I'm out of Liquid X. We got water, and I'm running out of water, and talking into my cup. This game is amazing. Sunday. My God, D.
Yeah, we're getting kind of loopy. It's at that point, we're hitting the 3-hour mark of this shoutcast. You've been on air for a lot longer than that, and we're getting kind of loopy. I've actually broken out the chocolate-covered espresso beans. Okay, so I'm going to be in a whole world of trouble here in just a couple of seconds as we wait on 5 players. 5.
Yeah.
Whoops. I muted myself.
That's okay.
With my elbow.
At this point, we're being so goofy that it don't matter. If you're just dialing in, which is hard to imagine, MP base 1-1 is the score. My side versus the Kreaturen team. We headed up to MP Ice, and again, we tied it up at 2-2. Then MP Village is where we've been here for a while. Round 1, set 1, my side unable. Hello, Panzer Kitten. 5:45 for Kreaturen, the score 1-0. Then Kreaturen unable, my side unable, 1-0 remains the score now. My side in the clutch scenario. They have got to get on the board in order to stay in the game. They do so at 9:41 with 10-minute clock. D, they barely crawl their way into the chance to stay in this game tonight. Surrender or Die are living up to their name. They are not gonna surrender at all. It don't matter till we're playing at 5 in the morning CET. It's game on for these guys tonight.
Oh my goodness, waiting on one player to get this round underway. Kreaturen has to get this point. If they don't get this point, we're in a world of hurt. Seriously. We'll be heading into another full round as far as I know. At this point, I think we should just flip a coin. If Kreaturen cannot do this, they need to just flip a coin and call the winner. Heads, tails, whatever have you.
I still
9:35 now on the clock. Game is underway.
We need to go with A. Both teams win. Thanks, guys. You're both a number 1. A, number 1. Game's over. Thank you very much.
Everyone's a winner.
We all win
all
here.
champions.
Yay. Let's go home now.
Woo.
Alright. 919. Here comes Kreaturen. Making the rush. A very solid rush up the front. 6-man push. Little Panzerfaust, MP40 and grenade work in the chokehold. Says Kreaturen, you ain't going nowhere but the grave.
Oh.
Nowhere to go but die. D, what happened?
Oh, Doko almost makes it all the way through the tavern, made it all the way through, made it outside, and was about 1.5 feet away from that forward deployment flag before he was taken down. He was chased, he was healing himself as he was on the run, but no, in the end, unable to do it. Flag still in possession of the Axis team. Forward deployment flag not going to be captured for Kreaturen. Now they have to start all over again. 8:37 on the clock, swinging down through the one cell. They're going to head out to the graveyard. I hear explosions. What's going on out here? Not a heck of a lot. With 8.5 minutes to go, Kreaturen has to get this point. If they don't, we're in a tie game. Oh my God, Panzerfaust from VIII, 4-man shot. Mayhem, Ara, Eski, and Sil in pieces in the MG42 courtyard. Not gonna happen. Nice shot from VIII.
That's the Stampede is on fire. He is definitely that Panzerfaust Grenadier lighting it up on MP Village tonight. Surrender or Die have settled into a very nice defense here, and able in their offense for the first time on Village to actually set a time to ever get that gold back home. They do it at 9:41. I mean, who would have thunk it could happen? But it did. They were able to do it because they are not going to surrender, and they're not going to die. And this game will never end. It's TSN. www.tsncentral.com. I'm Air Warwitch, Axis Shoutcaster, with me, DeeAy of Destruction. And he needs no introduction.
You know, this is what happens. The Axis goes. But Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is the whole fault of my actually wearing pants to do this showcast. I'm thinking if I didn't have any pants on, this would have gone a lot faster. But no,
Hey, 2-0
today
sweep.
we've got things a little bit mixed up.
As the teams rush off to watch your webcam.
Oh. Right, no webcam. 7:01 on the clock now. Crypt is quiet. Dynamite has not been planted. Gold is not accessible by the Kreaturen team. 9:41 is the time they need to beat. Oh, Cat is chiming in here as Vass and his Panzerfaust one more time gets a nice two-man kill. Mayhem and Eski going down. 6:42 on the clock. Crypt is clear. Going to swing back through the tavern to see if I can't find some of this carnage. I hear the machine guns, but I see nothing. Heading out now to the courtyard. Flag is still in possession of the Axis team. They're holding off Kreaturen for all they're worth. This is a marathon RTCW game here on the Team Sportscast Network. Oh, 6:20 on the clock in Warwitch. What do you say?
Well, it was Vass out here in the graveyard. There was an engineer medic push, and Vass, as a soldat, has himself that Panzerfaust and took down the engineer with a pistol as the engineer was trying to crawl his way over that MG42 wall that leads to the crypt. Took down the engineer, and then just for giggles, whipped out the Panzerfaust and blew his corpse apart because he realized the engineer had to be taken down. Very nasty, very unpleasant. Vass, very unforgiving. The Allies here tonight. Very quiet also in the graveyard. Still with Vass, the Stampede out here locking it down. Nothing. Little MP40 work you can see there in the console. Clearly, Mysod now dominating. Darv and Zemme taking down Doko, Mayhem, and Lunatic with the MP40 work on the battlefield tonight, 5-9. If Kreaturen cannot get something done, and it's looking like they are beginning to stall, the score is 1-1 on MP Village. Yes, D.
5:17 on the clock as we near that halfway point. Forward deployment flag still in possession of the Axis team. Going to head down into the wine cellar to see if I can't track down the action. Axis now streaming in, respawning, and heading towards the tavern, looking like they're going to set their defenses up around there. Crypt is quiet, graveyard is quiet, not seeing a heck of a lot as Kreaturen. Everyone's starting to get a little bit tired, starting to kind of strategies not as tight. Everyone's just kind of floppy is pretty much the best way to put it. But now, still, engineer for the Kreaturen team bent over, and we have a plant. 444 dynamite planted on the crypt. Gives me a little bit of energy to see that red light go off so pretty. But 435 need to guard that dynamite. Oh, it is taken out by Ara. It looks like a grenade tore him into shreds. And here comes Darv, medic for the Axis team. No sign of any Axis engineers, but still dynamite's going to go off any second now, giving them a clear shot at the gold. They'll have about 4 minutes to get that home. Let's see if they can do this. They must beat 941. Dynamite blows up. Allies now have a clear shot into that crypt. 4:09 remains on the clock. Axis defense being set up in the graveyard now, waiting for the Allies to come in. They know that push is coming, and Mysod is going to do everything they can to make sure that they do not grab that gold and make it back to the Allied truck. 3:56 on the clock. Looking for the Allies. No sign of Kreaturen just yet.
Well, I am like going places on the map that I've never been. I've just been like surfing around and having a good time, but you know what? We're in a critical situation, so let's get our game face back on tonight. 337. Airstrikes around the crypt here tonight as the Axis just trying to prohibit the Allies from getting anything done. Some machine gun fire down below into the wine cellar we go. Oh, incoming push now. Here come the Allies bounding forward. Darv, Mysod, interdicting the enemies. As they come out of the wine cellar and shut down. Ara taken down by Blaze, Mysod's MP40. Very clutch. Two-man push. 2-2 split. 2 graveyard cellar. 2 on the other side towards the crypt. Making the push upwards. Grenades being tossed down. And back and forth. Allies everywhere. Where are they? And nowhere at once. I'm trying to get a lockdown of some allies over here in the graveyard right now, but being flanked by red of Mysod. Then Dolt sweeps in and comes to enforce that position. Kreaturen unable in that push to get anything done. DeeAy 2:41 is on the clock tonight. We could have a tied game here in just a moment.
We could, and that's when the waterworks starts. DeeAy will cry on air.
Yes, you will.
2:30 on the clock. Gold is still in the crypt. Allies have been unable to get in there. They finally got some dynamite planted at the 4-minute mark. Dynamite went off. Crypt was open, but still have not been able to touch the gold. 2:18 remains. They're starting to run out of time. They're going to have to get in here, get past the MySod defenses. Looks like MySod they're a little bit energized by that last capture they managed to do at 9:41. 19 seconds to spare. They did it, and that gave them the energy they need to get through this next round. 2:01 on the clock. Gold still in possession of the Axis team. Panzerfaust, or support fire all over the place. Voss, 2-man kill. Blaze, 3-man kill. That's 5 members down right there. 6th guy quickly taken out, and the Axis are still on top. MySod looking good here tonight. 1:42 remains on the clock. Gold is still in the crypt. Kreaturen has time for about one more push. They need to get in here, but it's not looking very good as grenades and Panzerfaust are hampering their attempts to get in here and get to the gold. 1:25 now on the clock. Not looking good for Kreaturen. We are in trouble. Everybody's in trouble, not just Kreaturen. MySod's in trouble. Kreaturen's in trouble. Your Shoutcasters are in trouble. WTV, there's just trouble everywhere.
Yeah, the listeners are in trouble. They've got to get up for school and work, and my God, it's like 9 in the morning, and oh my God, we're all in trouble, D. You're not kidding. 1-minute warning is now coming up here tonight, and the crowd that was on their feet are beginning to collapse in the longest final RTCW game in history. I mean, this is the last RTCW game. It's gotta be. I mean, it's epic. It's a struggle. It's a good game already being exchanged. MySod will not budge. Kreaturen can't get in. And we're coming up to that 30-second warning here tonight. 36 seconds remaining on the clock here tonight. Mass hysteria. Crazy Panzerfaust and DeeAy. I hate to say it, but the game is tied 1-1 on MP Village.
It is Allies managed to grab the gold with 20 seconds to spare. Not going to help. They don't even get out of the crypt platform. That gold is taken down 13 seconds ago. We are in garbage time, and MySod does it. They tie the game up. We are now looking at a 3-3 game or a 1-1 game on builds, depending on which scoring system you use. There we go. Clock ticks. Score is tied. And now what?
Oh no. We're going to let them decide. And you're going to listen to the gentle background sounds of RTCW for about a minute as DeeAy and I take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Now they're speaking German on the server. It all hell's broken loose.
They are. They're speaking in tongues as discussion is going on to figure out what is going to happen. Rules state that we do need to play another round, but I know people are starting to get a little bit concerned as they've got exams tomorrow, so some of these people actually do need to leave. It's like 11 p.m., almost midnight in some of these places, and we've got Kreaturen saying goodbye and leaving the server, so I'm going to have to wait for someone to basically translate what's going on.
Yeah,
Ara freaking out now. And it might look like Kreaturen is throwing in the towel.
They might be giving it up.
Dear.
We don't know what's happening. Late breaking news here tonight. Stand by, but MySod saying we're here. Doko, Ara, and Lunatic are the last 3 remaining for the Kreaturen roster. The creatures might be throwing in that towel, D, and saying it's over. They're saying we didn't expect this match to play for 3 hours. Bring back your mates and we can play is what Zemmy's saying here tonight. It's the final, but MySod saying we don't want to win the game like this. MySod saying bring him back in. Some other people saying finish it tomorrow. Stand by.
This is a very sticky situation here. I mean,
cool.
It's very, very late on Sunday night in in Central Eastern, or I don't even know, CET right now. It's about midnight, and they're having some problems. Members of Kreaturen need to get up fairly early. They've got exams tomorrow. Syl apparently needs to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so they're leaving the server. But not all of Kreaturen wants this to happen. We still have Doku and Ara and Lunatic in the server. And MySod, they're still all here. And basically what they're saying is, we're here. We want to play this game. We don't want to win like this. They don't want to forfeit win. But Kreaturen has to go. I mean, this game has gone on for 3 hours, and it's late, and they have to go. And they don't want the game to end like this either. But if they don't have the teammates, and the admin is saying the game cannot be played tomorrow, it must be decided tonight. So, the admin's in a very bad situation. Both teams, neither team wants to have the win like this. But on the other hand, the rules say they either have to play or forfeit. So we're going to have to basically wait and see what the admin decides. Right now, it's just a lot of conversation going on in the server. Score is tied 3-3.
Yes.
And, speaking from a non, I'm not, we're unbiased here at TSN, and I don't really know what they should go with. I mean, understandably, I understand the game has gone on for a very, very long time, but on the other hand, one team still has all their teammates here, and a forfeit win like this, however, in a championship is like the worst thing. You'll never know if it was skill or if it was the fact that the other team has school.
It was almost my
so
thought
what are you gonna do?
In the tiebreaker scenario that what should have been done is that you basically just play it out till the first team gets a point, and when the first team gets a point, that's it. They win. That's pretty much how I would have handled the situation in an overtime situation on Village. On round 1, set 1 of Village, MySod was unable. Kreaturen comes back with a 5. Whoa, losing the mic. Kreaturen comes back with a 5:45. Game over. They get the first point in overtime. It's done. Just like in football. It's like you get that field goal, it's over. But they want rules state that you play it out just like a normal match almost. And because of that situation, we are now faced with this predicament where 3 members of Kreaturen, they're gone. They're like, we're done. We love the wolf, but we're done. We're out of here. See ya. And the other 3 are saying, you know what? We're still here. And the entire 6-man MySod squad still here tonight. This is the final. Really, it is the final big game of Wolf. Period. You're gonna see more Wolf games, but you're not gonna see a game like this ever again. And I hate to be grim, but it's true. And a lot of people on the server saying, do we want Wolf to end like this with a forfeit? Who knows?
And there's a lot of problems going on here. I'm actually getting a private message from, it looks like Zero, and Rewind is telling him that the rules were not updated and we're supposed to state that whoever gets 3 points will win. And so
it should have been Kreaturen way back when, like I said.
Kreaturen was already won 2 rounds ago, But if that isn't the way they're playing, then the game is tied. So not only do we have the issue with neither team wanting to have the win like this, but there's a problem with the rules. Did Kreaturen actually win an hour ago? We don't really know what's going on. We've got the admins talking back and forth, conversations in the server. KSP over on QuakeNet, he's got it worked out. He actually is sensing a conspiracy, and he says that Kreaturen and MySod are trying to make this realistic because the real World War II was about 5 years long, and they're trying to stretch this out to about 5 years.
How many? Do we still have all our listeners?
That's one theory.
Are these people
I think we do. People are, this is actually, people are interested in what's going on, and still a lot of people tuned in, and we haven't actually lost anybody, gained a couple people, so
That's
people
awesome.
are actually excited about what's going on here tonight. And, commiseration from Insomnia with the situation, and they've never had this happen before. And so I think, this would be a good time to state, I know this is the last Clanbase, but this would be a good time to state that how about Village is never, ever, ever allowed to be the tiebreaker map. I have never seen a map have this kind of full hold problem like Village does. And, it's not just because I don't like the map, but this is a map that states, there is always problems on this map. There is always full holds on this map. Having a tiebreaker map on the most problematic, most evenly matched map of RTCW is a bad idea. It's a very, very bad idea. Now, the theory that Kreaturen won 2 rounds ago is in the server. They're discussing this. MySod, of course, unhappy with us because the admin is telling them that it's a best of 3. and the rules state that Kreaturen is won, so we really don't know what's going on. They're putting this all on the admin's head. So Rui, it's all on his head. I feel very, very sorry for him. Tempers are flaring, discussions all over the place, and, you know, we're still no closer to a solution than we were 10 minutes ago.
I still think both teams win. Good game, all right. I would not want to be
don't like that idea.
Rue right now. Rui, you know, being an admin can suck. Because now, it's all on him. The weight of the world is on the shoulders of Rui tonight. What will be his choice? It's either a forfeit win for my side, or Rui timed out. So, that's going to add. It's going to add to the problems here
you're
this
kidding.
evening. He's timed out. I am going to disconnect from the server, D. And I will come back in if need be. But I need to change the background music before I absolutely commit suicide. And it's going to drive me nuts. And I got to shoutcast freaking Call of Duty in like an hour. Can't believe this. I was going to wash my car and get a haircut and eat, take a nap, and nothing. So, I'm sorry to complain. I love Wolf. I do. And secretly, a part of me loves this drama. I do. I love this kind of drama. It's exciting. It's good times. And we'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sick of those triple-digit pings? Tired of frozen, lagged-out players ruining a good game?
Are you ready for a war?
RTCW Central can provide the solutions you need for your server-side latency problems. With high-speed servers that are fit for just about any game or mod out there, you'll have no problem getting your clan hosted. RTCW spans coast to coast with servers from Atlanta to San Jose, allowing you to select a close and convenient location. So make sure you visit www.rtcwcentral.com to get your team hosted today.
Semiconductors, RAM, heat sinks, case fans, RAM sinks, thermal compound. OCZ Technology has it all. OCZ provides high-quality, high-performance video cards, memory, cooling solutions, and custom computer cases specifically designed for the unique needs of more discriminating PC gamers. Customer satisfaction is guaranteed. For more information, pull up your browser and visit www.ocztechnology.com right now. ocztechnology.com.
There's nothing worse than a competitive team without a server to call home, always begging others for practice space, having to give up the home field advantage every match, and generally not getting the respect you deserve. Pro teams need a home, and Clanbase has the answer. Clanbase offers fast and powerful game servers for almost all of the popular internet multiplayer games. Get hosted with servers for games like Quake 3 Arena, Half-Life, Jedi Knight 2, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and Soldier of Fortune 2. They also host many popular mods such as Urban Terror, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress Classic, Day of Defeat, Rocket Arena, and Team Arena. Visit www.clanbase.com right now and check out the best prices around for private and public server hosting for your team. It's cheaper than you think, and it will give your team the competitive edge you need to be the best. www.clanbase.com.
Well, in related news, our new website does look pretty fantastical. I like it. Silver and blue with that little Santa Claus hat. That's Uh-oh. kitten hasn't been fed in 2 days because you haven't left the mic. It's the call of shoutcasting, D. And we're here.
At this time, apparently Nozum, I don't know how you pronounce it, Nozum, he has full ahead admin power for this game, and he is studying the situation, and his word will be the verdict of this game. So, you know, it's not up to Rui, it's not up to Insomnia, it's definitely not up to the two teams, and it's not up to hours and a bit into this game. And my side, you know, desperately is trying to point out that, according to the rules, they're tied.
Yeah.
And Kreaturen still saying, you know, we either won this, or for the love of God, let us finish it tomorrow.
No kidding. Well, we'll find out. Here in a moment. We'll be back. Hey, keep in mind, if you're up, Call of Duty's coming up here in like an hour. Stay up all night with TSN.
You're listening to TSN. You're listening to TSN. More shoutcasts than a barrel of monkey.
Who the fuck is writing these?
Ooh, little friendly fire action there with Sunman jumping off somewhere, killing himself. Oh man, I wish I could have saw that. Giving me an LOL.
What the hell is that? Oh my goodness. I'm enjoying this. And hello, listening audience. I love that term.
We are the Team Sportscast Network.
TSN, it's been an amazing fight so far. It's a showdown at the OK Corral. It's the
Okay, we may not be the only station trying to do this thing.
Like, oh my god, there were like two guys there, and they were taken out by some dude from like way far away, and I missed it, and there was like, whoa, big grenade, oh my god, and like that was so totally cool, you should have been there.
But wouldn't you rather hear it on TSN?
Oh, Sunman, 1, 2, 3 kills there. Sunman takes out Kid, Ameti inside, oh my god, right as they came up the ramp with that M4, own it.
Waiting to find out if this is actually finally, it, or if they're going to make us play this all over again. Just waiting for the final word from Insomnia, but... Okay, it looks like...
Wait, I got a sounder.
Oh, okay.
The final ruling tonight. Euro RTCW. The winner is... Who's the winner, D?
The winner is...
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up tonight for Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It is the Heart of War Central. So that of the game. Stand by, D.
Good game.
Well, and probably the most interesting and strange Return to Castle Wolfenstein game of all time. My sod walk out the forfeit winner as it's a battle of attrition, D. It is. They simply wore down the Kreaturen team. They just collapsed. They couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. No one could handle it. It was a battle of attrition. Ultimately, my sod had more endurance in the marathon final game, and they are your champions tonight. That being said, congratulations to him. Who is the soldat of the game? www.artofwarcentral.com. And why are
this is an exciting game. I'm watching IRC right now, and I mean, everybody is flipping out. There's like 500 people in these two channels, and they're all freaking out. So this is madness. But rules are as follows: Surrender or Die won the game. So congratulations to them, soldat of the game. I've got a bunch of names written down, but yeah.
I'll tell you who I think deserves it.
I'm just going to hand it out.
Voss.
Right. Who do you have?
Voss.
Yep, that's what I got too.
We're Panzerhorse. We love it. And Voss, in my opinion, gets it. High efficiencies, major carnage. He just took the Kreaturen team and put them on the ropes and bit their ear off Mike Tyson style. Just blew them away. Voss, soldat of the game.
Also, special... Yeah, congratulations to Voss. Special mention goes out to Red for the round-saving grenade he threw out in round 1 on MP base. I had that written down. And also to Dolt, who also did some good work on MP base, saved the team a couple of times with his last-minute kills. So Voss, soldat of the game, Red, and Dolt, honorable mentions for the MySod team.
All right, well, we'll be back here to do the handing awards out to everybody. Clanbank.com. Axis Goat Medal of Honor. Let's do it. Sound up. All right, D. Once again now, from the Kreaturen team, we got to give... who's the man? The one that gets that nod, the X Factor, Clanbank.com, Axiscope Medal of Honor. Your thoughts?
And one more time, I can't choose just one person, so I got 3 names written down for the Medal of Honor. One more time, indecisive. Mayhem, Ara, and Syl. I mean, everybody on the Kreaturen team did a fantastic job. Between Mayhem and Ara, definitely laid out major carnage for the Kreaturen team, and Syl had a couple of game-saving plays. So, you know, those are my 3 picks. And what did you have down?
You know what? It is the final game of Wolf. The final big game of Wolf, and normally I'd say, you know, we can't do that. But we're just going to give awards out to everybody tonight, because you know what? Damn. We're not going to have a chance to do it again. So they're all going to get the Clanbank.com Axiscope Medal of Honor. The GOAT's handing out awards to everybody tonight. It's party time in 1944. D, it's been a remarkable ride. RTCW started with a bang, and it's ended with controversy. Not that it's totally over, but I mean, this really is a symbol of change, especially in Europe for Wolf, you've got to admit.
Absolutely. I mean, this is an exciting match, even without the trauma that happened at the last couple of rounds, but the first 2 rounds were astounding. So much action, just unbelievable gameplay. The first 2 rounds, MP Base, MP Ice, excellent way to end the Clanbase EuroCup RTCW reign. So, you know, Village, what happened on Village is a little bit disappointing to have it end like this. I know both teams are not really happy. I mean, my side happy with the win, but not really happy they had to win it like this. They'd rather win with skill other than a forfeit. But, you know, this is the way the game gets played. You've got to do what you got to do. It's impossible to make everybody happy. And I think that's the most important thing that everyone needs to remember, that, you know, no matter what happens, someone's going to be unhappy. So my side played their asses off tonight. Kreaturen also played an amazing game, but in the end it came down to a forfeit win, and my side takes the championships. They are the Clanbase EuroCup 8 winners. Last Clanbase EuroCup RTCW ever. So, you know, enjoy the win.
Yeah, it's been an exciting and profound ride, the world of 1944. You know, almost thought about... Yeah, we're not going to end things on a down note tonight. We got Enemy Territory, which is, it's the love child of RTCW. COD, and more. We're going to see all our favorite players, all of our favorite teams, on different battlefields, and the Team Sportscast Network will be there to call the shots. D, I got to say, for me, it has been an honor to shoutcast Wolf in the past couple years, year and a half, even longer perhaps, since the days of Battle on Don's Beachhead to now. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Good game. For D of Destruction and Air Warwitch.
Absolutely.
Thanks all for the support. Head to the website. We'll see you soon in 1944. Good night.